All right, hello and welcome everybody. We have Heatwave PC. I hope you enjoyed the PS4 side of things that we had for Heatwave. A fantastic bracket. We're about like 32 people, but now we have the 60 plus super stacked PC bracket underway. What's up, Kraken? My name is Kraken Atkins. Have a little bit of assistance on the mic here with me. We have the one and only Ben Hooks. Viva la Ben Hooks on the mic. How you doing?
I am great. So happy to be commentating some Melty Blood. So happy with the direction of this game, and so happy to see such a big bracket with names I know and names that I don't. I'm ready to get this started.
Yeah, we were talking about it previously of where like we have like our consistent Melty Blood type of Heat Waves like community that's been coming out for like almost the past year, right? But a lot of new faces in this bracket, people from like different communities and everything. So it's really kind of hyped to see this community grow, given the success of the last patch. And yeah, it's just like really cool to be hosting like a bi-weekly this consistently, getting like 60 plus entrants. A little bit insane. But yeah, we made the change to start at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard on the dot rather than delaying things. So we actually already have round 3 matches underway, and the first match we're going to be having is Kikoho and Gavin.
Kikoho and Gavin. It's looking like Ciel. Oh wait, no, you're the.
Yeah, I'm the Noel player.
You're the Noel. You're the Noel. I said Ciel. I meant Noel. You're the Noel. This is red Arcueid Work and Howard Ciel. This is gonna be great because I mean, ever since kind of the game picked up a lot more, every time I see Work on Twitter, she's just doing whatever she wants. She's doing the funny Kouma teleports or whatever. I guess they're more effective because she's just gone. She's controlling space with those rings, the onion rings coming out. She's happy to be in the air. She gets things off her throw in the corner. Yeah, and already that control of the neutral being started is what I would say. But you know who else has good control of the ground and neutral game? The PCL. She loves that. She's happy to be there. Actually, from what I understand, as long as this character can stay on the ground, she's in her happy place.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, she's very, I mean, kind of a bully on the ground and in the air. Like, she has, like, that jump speed that just reaches extremely far. She even gets, like, some blowback edge, like, armor properties on some of her airborne specials. Just a mid-range menace altogether.
Gavin already making good use of that. Has a mess of a likely, but Kikoho looking to fix that. Doing a good job. Gonna spin some cheddar. Get the teleport going. Jump cancel out of the moon DP. And now everything changed. Everything changed. Gavin with decisions to make. Going to use the blood heat. I agree. Never mind. Yeah, you just go to the next round with no meter.
Yeah, unfortunate. Had heat on the brain. Kikoho a couple steps ahead. Make sure they're not going to get anything for that heat. So now Gavin not having a ton of resources to work with in this round too, but trying to do the best they can.
Still can get it done. The cool thing about the game is not having resources isn't exactly a death sentence. This does make this infinitely harder.
Right.
Trying to make their way in. Nice use of the super jump. It's much more vertical in this game than it is, or much more horizontal than it is vertical, but Kikoho with these armor frames.
Ooh, okay.
I like that.
Yeah, this is the second time around we've seen Gavin use the heat, but not really getting much for it. At least this time they're going to be able to gather some life back, which I think is the main priority. But usually we want to try to like find a hit and like get a super, and Kikoho's just been finding punishes time after time again.
Yeah, Kikoho fully comfortable, fully in the driver's seat, nullifying all that life gain from the heat. Well, not nullifying, but undoing it, and then undoing the rest of Gavin's life as well. Game 1, looking dominant, all things considered. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We'll see what adaptations come in here, because there were moments where things looked like they could turn. The tables looked like they could be turned, but really Kikoho looking like they felt comfortable in that entire situation. Looking like they felt comfortable in that matchup. Now, here we go. Ballerina spins plus guns. Gavin going to be happy to take priority in the matchup. Has the corner, has the damage, has this combo. It's not dropping that, is what I would have said. and should not have said. Unfortunate. Here comes Kikoho. I'll take the corner for myself. Your time. It's your turn.
Ooh, yeah, the DP to get out of there is going to be able to cross up those long range sweeping powered CL buttons. Get Gavin a much needed round.
Very cool. Gavin, if you can take a round, you can take a game, and etc. has proven they can take a round. And here's the BC. I don't want to play that game with you. Kikoho. Not going to finish the combo just yet. But going to get the impalement throw. This is awful for Gavin. Has the 3 meter on deck. Have to consider the idea that it could be a heat situation at some point. No, it can't. Not this round. Alright, what? Not bad. Kikoho fires back. I try really hard not to call him Kikosho.
I would be a fan of that. I'm a Chun-Li enjoyer.
Yeah. Oh, you too? Okay, cool. I'm in the right place. Oh, that's a fatal counter, though. This conversion is gonna suck to deal with. And all kinds of Oki coming in from Kikoho. Moon Drive. Gets it out. Gavin now wants to play the game. Going to find a fatal counter of their own. Going to find some big damage. Well, some damage. And now gonna find the big damage. 3k and climbing. 3.7k. And it's been 30 years and it still works. Empty jump low. It doesn't matter if you add an air dash. Empty jump low is crazy.
Oh my god, that wasn't enough to kill though. Even with the arc drive, that's super unfortunate. This is an awesome starter for Kikoho.
No.
It won't kill, but it's a free heat.
Onion rings, yeah. A safe heat. Gonna get into shield force. Kikoho could not be happier with that situation, except that they could if they had not gotten hit here. A meter on deck. Finish this. Finish this.
Oh my god, they didn't attack.
God.
Man.
That's bad. Oh man, no. If it were me, I'd be in this at can take DQ me, bro. I'd tilted. That's a tilter.
Jeez Louise. Red name Kikoho get the 2-0 victory over Gavin. Both of those players extremely competent multiple type of meta players. I mean, like, Kiko is literally like the co-founder of the PSA Discord, so like where everybody congregates for online multi-blood type of meta tournaments. But recently, as of late, showing that they are no slouch in offline tournaments. They recently got top 8 at East Coast Throwdown. Gavin, if I'm not mistaken, also got top 8 at CEO. So a pretty high caliber match happened in round 3, but Kiko walks away with it this time around.
Yeah, very strong players. They obviously knew what they were doing. Kikoho just, that it's gonna come down to what can you get done in the scramble, because when you train in anything, it's like, oh yeah, I train. So when you're fresh, when you're good, when your mental is at 100%, you're looking good. But when it is, well, how good are you when it comes down to that scramble? How good are you when it comes down to a less optimal situation, when things go wrong? That's going to decide the winner in a lot of these situations. Kikoho keeping that composure and getting it done. And that props to them for co-founding the PSA Discord, because that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Like putting into your community and playing the game at the same time is very hard. So much love to Kikoho, much love to Gavin for putting on the show. Will be more of them on the loser side. Who do we have now, though?
We are hopping over to CG and Flunktastic. This will be another winners round 3 match.
CG and Flunktastic. Does that mean that CG stomped Ducker 33 pool toy? It does.
Oh yeah, it does. I just remembered who that is. I was like, CG beat who? CG beat the Outlet PC champion.
Not to brag or anything, but there's some commentator out there that did that first. Still,
Zang.
CG, someone that I'm familiar with from Strive mostly, but I know they really like type moon type things. They're a big fan of Shiro Emiya. This character choice does not shock me as a result. The only thing that shocks me is the color and the fact that he's getting opened up so early. dealing with Vlov is not fun. Talk to me a little bit about this character.
Vlov suffering from success, right? I mean, this character in the North American meta has been one that people have constantly said is like top 1, top 2 after the patch. Actually getting a little bit of stabilization of some of the fire parts of their kit, which was always like the thing around them is like, you know, fire Vlov is great, but ice Vlov is like definitely top 1. Now both of them are a threat. Dash blocking has been a little bit of a menace in terms of like the counterplay. Like you do have a little bit of better options, but it, you know, Vlov is still extremely strong.
Right. He's still strong, but has counterplay. CG's going to have to try and find that counterplay though. Try and use that to their advantage, because that round 1 is looking mighty good for Flunktastic. But now here we go. Gonna get the Demon Slayer combo, the Vampire Slayer combo. Getting things going. Mystic Eyes of Plot Armor has you in the corner. What are you going to do? Moondrive, I agree. Take a fight. Hard to fight on an empty stomach. That BC doing work for Flunktastic. CG, no screen behind him. And less life on him. Flunktastic with the swings, with the things. With this fire, gonna drop CG into the corner again. He's been living here.
Oh, that's massive.
The Nadia normals. Gonna get all of those.
Yeah, and you may be looking at that heat punish and being like, hey, CG could have done whatever they want. Why not just go for a meterless combo? But yeah, the Arc Drive to have access to the Narnia install where you're able to combo with whatever you want, even if you could have made it meterless, I think that's a worthwhile gamble.
Now you have access to that, and you're gonna need it because you're fighting the final boss version of the Vlov, the character. Ice is online. Oh, that is awful. What? He caught the dash. CG's gonna die for this? Not quite. A little bit to play with. You have shield, you have Moondrive. You don't have any meter to get this health back. But if you can make every hit count, here comes CG. Going to go for the carry into the corner. Couldn't do anything about the heat. Couldn't do anything about the cold. Flunktastic taking game 1.
Yeah, Flunktastic just overall having a very solid control. Of course, there's that slip up on the Whiffed Heat that allowed for CG to capitalize and get the Arc Drive punish. But when it just comes to the overall like presence in the matchup, it was all being dictated by Flunktastic. Just having the screen control available, and like CG's really trying to find a way to navigate around it. Easier said than done when it comes to fighting against Vlov.
Easier said than done indeed. All that screen control coming from those projectiles, and again coming from those ice. Having the disjointed normals on the sword, having all of access to all of that makes it a uphill battle to fight this character at times. But if anybody can do it, it is Mr. Unlimited Blade Works himself. I don't understand why he didn't pick the color. Maybe he has mods.
That's a valid question. Yeah, I gotta imagine it's a mod, because on PS4 I believe he does actually play with the color.
Yeah, that makes sense. Heat Wave coming in. Titular tournament super move. CG with the blocks, but still gonna get opened up. Trying mostly in vain to find something to do about this Vlov, but here we go. CG, what do you got? What can you do? All right. We have heat. You have heat. I have heat too, but you cannot win that. In heat, I'm looking for supers. I'm looking for Narnia. I'm looking for something to do, but looking for the shield B follow-up.
Oh.
Flunktastic will kill here? No.
Not quite. Yeah, too much duration. You're getting that passive meter gain, so they do have the magic circuit on deck. CG, what a challenge!
Wow.
Spins. Max range on that button.
Yeah, spins on the heal to get the kill. Flunktastic in a situation, but now gets the second round buff, gets the ice. CG, not deterred. It's gonna find over 4k damage on this. It's not even over yet.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a full confirmed Arc Drive. This is mad damage.
Hurts a lot. You're not safe no matter where you're at from this character.
Okay.
CG, nice way to cover that distance. Nice damage to get in the corner. Goodness. All right, here we go.
Oh my gosh, committed to the air show. No punishment from Flunktastic, but able to find the throw in there. Held the entirety of the Rekka. Flunktastic could be 1 round away from moving on to winners round 4.
Flunktastic's got to be feeling good about that. Nice call out. Not doing anything against the shield, but like you said, no punish. Still, minor mistakes are forgotten when you get it done. History only remembers that you won, and CG is trying to be that guy. Going to awaken my alter ego. Yu-Gi-Oh! Come online. Other side. I love that move.
Oh, did they commit? Yeah, they committed to the JC.
Yeah, that was... Kick coming out. Gonna get hit there, but CG not going to be too bothered. That wasn't too much damage, and Flunktastic sitting on no meter. Now, CG going to milk everything they can out of this. Every bit of an extension. 4.2k you get to guess for game. Flunktastic guesses right the first time, breaking the grab. Now they get to play. No more meter again. Used it on the heat. And Shiki Tono, CG Inkadude, is going to get on the board here. It wasn't going to be 2 2-0s in a row. Very nice adaptations between games 1 and 2. And very nice handling of the ice form. Now, do it again.
Let's see. I'm loving what CG's bring to the table here. That fatal counter out the air. Massive opportunity for damage there, but he's still going to maintain momentum despite the drops.
Yeah, that CG is going to make good use of those drops. It was just, it was Keikaku. It was all Keikaku. CG. Only just now getting touched. Flunktastic needing to find their way out of the corner, but maybe the way out of the corner is to just go to the next round.
Alright. CG. Okay, yeah, gonna be able to get the hit from off the double hitting. Normal on the ground. Once the arc drive, yeah, it seems like CG has arc drive as a high priority in terms of their overall game plan.
It gives them more options. Oh, very ballsy DP. Flunktastic more than happy to get the punish. And nice use of the moon drive to see what was coming next. Going to go ahead and shield the entire super. Hey, exclamation mark song. I want to know which song this is. I only ever play with the Nyan Cat, the Neko Arc song. So
this is the secondary training mode theme that they added in the new patch.
Okay, that's why. Okay, fire, by the way. All right. Flunktastic going to just stomp him out.
All right. Both of them on game point here. Extremely down to the wire game that we have.
Yeah, down to the wire indeed. Both of them looking to go the distance. I mean, have gone the distance, but both of them looking to go on to this winners round 4. Flunktastic throwing out the ice, getting it all out there, going to make good use of this down around, or usually down around, but yeah, make good use of the ice buff, down around buff.
For real.
CG though, going to go ahead and awaken his alter ego. Let me get those moves. It's about killing now. I'll show you what it means. So you have to find your way back in if you're CG's. Very cautious about the extended range on the sword. The man's wielding a machete. The man is wielding ice. Nice use of the moon drive. Trying to use a shield. No, nothing doing. Caught the backdash with the ice stomps. This is unfortunate. Fantastic, looking good, and moving on.
Yeah, it happens. You're so desperate to escape, to find an option, to find an answer. Backdash not being the way when the 2-2C Vlov stomps have something to say about it. But extremely exciting set. I mean, you can't ask for a much closer set than that, especially in a winners round 3 match between two extremely capable players. But it will be Flunktastic comes up on top this time around. They will be moving on to the winners round 4, a top 16 qualifier. They'll be facing off against Low. See how Flunktastic is following that PCL matchup.
PCL, well, Flunktastic trying to make their way into the money, and we need to make sure that that is as sweet as possible for them. by using that exclamation mark. I can speak. I can't type. Exclamation mark match arena. I can speak. I can't type. Use that though. That's what I'm saying. Use that. Thank you, Sauce Boss. Use those codes. Get that done. We need to get that done so that these players playing against some of the best players in the country can feel a little bit better about what they're doing, what they're putting in. We already got, what was it? You said a $50 prize pool to start with. Use those codes. Make that ever sweeter. And if you're in the tournament, definitely use the codes. You're trying to make money, right? You're trying to get paid. I better not see anybody in the chat that's in the tournament that hasn't used the code. There are 64 people in the tournament. There are 50 codes. We should be at negative 14 codes. That's how math works. Use the Matcherino codes.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is we are under half the codes used. So PS4 has 22 codes available. PC has 23 codes available. The bad news is there's codes available and there should be none. Please use those codes before the end of the night. We greatly appreciate it. I know it was kind of late on the start. We literally just got the codes a couple of hours ago. But yeah, just use those free 25-cent donations so we can pay everybody out. I mean, this is Heatwave PC and PS4 for what it's worth have damn near evolved into like regionals. Like it's the best players in North America showing up every other week, just grinding out these matches. It's been all for our viewing pleasure. So make sure that they're getting paid out properly. We're coming up into another matchup where I'm gonna try to not be biased. We have Dimwitt versus Wild Woody. I do see Noel on screen.
Oh, I see. His waifu for life who got picked, it was done.
Yeah, Tamaki came on stream at PS4 and they played Noel, and I was just like, at the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna be extremely unbiased, right down the center, and then Tamaki did one Moondrive combo, and I started popping off, and I'm like, wait a minute, yeah, perfectly executed there from Tamaki. They're gonna be taking that game.
Let's go, Tamaki, get it! I mean, well done. That was immaculate. I can appreciate it. You put Akiha on the screen for me, I'm just like, yeah, well, it doesn't matter who else is playing. I'm in the Akiha player's corner all day. Alright now, both of these players trying to push the other into the corner. Big item conversion off of Wild Woody, trying to get the dinner done before Akiha gets home. No. Committed to the shield, got opened up.
Behind the back, that's a Hisui classic right there. Wild Woody, just a complete steamroll of momentum right now. Dimwitt just can't seem to catch a break.
Yeah, gonna just go ahead, finish things off there. That was very nice. But now, Dimwitt coming back, all the black keys on deck, all the magic circuits available. Going to go ahead and, yo, I love that, bro. No, that is so cool. No, that is fire.
Evo that moment, negative 37 right there.
Negative 30, yeah, the exact opposite, for sure. Dimwitt making good use of these rebeats. Just the coolest part of French Bread games, by the way. Now able to finally open up Wild Woody. Going to spend some meter here. Wants to pay this back in blood. Yeah, you ran me over, but I can do it too. Dimwitt. Good. Looking quite smart for Dimwitt.
Oh, yeah, Dimwitt wasn't able to recognize the clash in time. There's a couple of ways that Dimwitt could have escaped, especially since Wild Woody doesn't have a Moondrive. They could have jump canceled and chilled. They could have Moondrive themselves and got a shield, but oh yeah, use that buff of the now invincible meterless DP for Noel.
Let's go. And Dimwitt going to be happy to get out of what looked like a terrible situation. Alright, Moondrive, get hit for your trouble. Wild Woody now has everything they want. Puts out the cake, puts out the wine, but misses the plate. I never actually learned what that was. It doesn't matter. It didn't hit Dimwitt. Going to use the black key, get the free heat, and get grabbed. Oh man.
What?
Just held the shield for about 6 years, and it paid off. Patience pays off, Atkins. It pays off. Dimwitt.
Oh, the hardest read on a heat I've ever seen in my life. They were doing shield like 50 frames before Wild Woody even woke up. What a call there from Dimwitt to get game one.
I like it. I don't trust myself to react. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read. I'm gonna go ahead and like just go for it. I can't be safe anywhere, or whatever that guy said. Dimwitt looking very strong there. Wild Woody with questions to answer. Oh no. Oh no. Answering those questions very well. Gonna throw out these items, control that horizontal range. But now you are holding all of this damage. Wild Woody looking to be optimal, looking to do as much damage as possible, but what is not optimal is getting thrown on your Oki. It's your move. Moon Drive. The placement of the bento keeping everything fine for Wild Woody. The onus of making a decision was on Dimwitt.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, Wild Woody had this type of pacing in the previous matches. Just like in the end there, couldn't quite find a way to get victory, but it does feel like Wild Woody's been more on the offensive more often than not. Dimwitt, though, fantastic. Has changed off the show to change with the punish on the BC. Throw into the corner. No, gonna keep it mid-screen.
Once the mid-screen. Prefers to play their games on hard mode. I just want to have to work you back over to the corner. Wild Woody said, what if I do that to you first? What if it's not me that's getting to the corner? Bento out. Looking good. Dimwitt not hungry. Going to air dash to the other side. Wild Woody gets reset, opened up. Black keys are cool. They are also not minus. But here is a fatal counter. Wild Woody going to clean the house on Dimwitt. Ah, I missed a spot. Heat. That spot's gonna stay unclean, says Dim. I got it. I'll clean it myself. I don't need your help.
Alright, Wild Woody trying to tie things up here. Oh my god, that was a fantastic DC. Yeah, navigate the space and punish Dimwitt for trying to navigate. Boop.
Oh my. Yeah, alright. Going to just get opened up for crouching. You have got to protect your brain. Nice heat. The heat animation always looks like something that you would be able to react to. And yet, it's very hard. It's very hard.
You say that, because it definitely is. It's just like, you know, having the presence of mind in terms of all the wake-up options that are available in Melty Blood. You're talking moon drive, supers, wake-up buttons, backdashes. Like, I think you still have to have an eye for it.
The mental stack is gonna mess things up, and Wild Woody's gonna mess up Dimwitt with this plate. Somebody tell me what that is. That actually a plate? I mean, it has to be a plate.
There's a frying pan.
It's a frying pan? It's just a super powered flying pan?
Yeah,
frying
I mean, it's a cast iron skillet. I mean, they updated the sound effects so you know it's real. When she uses that record, when you go to boop, 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 you're just something boop, 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 like, it is definitely a cast iron skillet. This game should be rated M because it's damn near a fatality. You're dead for that. You're taking that to the head.
It's one of those things where it's like the most painful thing in the game, right? Because you can get blasted with energy beams from Aoko, but everybody knows that what getting hit with a cast iron skillet, well, maybe not everybody. I know what that feels like. It sucks. It's like, man, that hurts in a way that's visceral and real.
For real.
And now Dimwitt's going to get the business end of it. The spatula, the ladle, the table, the cake. That concrete. And here is the moon drive. Trying to see what's up with the what up. Dimwitt. Nice throw tech.
4 BC. Oh! 4 BC started off on Noel. That could have been a crap ton of damage with 3 Magic Circuit. Dimwitt did not have the route, though.
Could have been atrocious, but it wasn't. Not this time. Dimwitt now going to pay for not making this count. Nice DP to get out of there. What not much of a punish doing, and Dimwitt going to scramble, going to get it back, going to be able to play the game again. Has the heat on deck, was not prepared for Wild Woody's stuff. Now Wild Woody going to burn the heat time. Going to burn the health of Dimwitt as well. You get to guess for game.
Oh, wow.
Nice
we're not ready for that counter hit. I think she could have got the combo there, or at least Moondrive.
Yeah, definitely. Moondrive definitely on the tape.
Yo, the throw
now you get to, yeah, going to just go for the throw. Wild Woody more than happy to take the throw. Could take at least like 3 or 4 more of those before death. No need to do anything crazy just yet. Good patience coming out of them. Dropping chairs. By God, JR.
Hisui showing some TLC, but it's not tender love and care, more like
Nope.
tables, ladders, and chairs.
Ladders and chairs. Bringing another chair. Mop, bucket, dusting. Spatulas, ladles again. Everything needs to be clean. I'm paid too much to leave any dirt around. I live here.
Oh my gosh, that was
nice.
such good patience from Wild Woody. Sniffed out the heat from a million miles away. Gonna get the 2-1 victory and moving on into winners round 4. They'll be fighting up against Reaper.
The SFX are hilarious. Yeah, her sound effects are... They are something. They are sound effects of all time. I wish they'd been at Evo too. I wish that the frying pan sound effect had been at Evo, Chad Hugh, because then it would have just been the sound of frying pans on like absurd industrial stereo system. I don't know what they used in Mandalay.
Yeah, the bass boosted frying pan echoing throughout the entire venue whenever Jing comes up, like oh my gosh, that'd be epic. But yeah, we are moving along. So we have a winners round 3 pretty much done. I'm gonna get some round 4 matches on and cracking. I've already queued up a few of them. First one on deck is gonna be Maigo and Cowey. We're gonna be looking at some Mario versus Miyako play.
Mario versus Miyako. Mario's very cool. I remember that character coming out. I was like, that is quite a design. Two puppets? Puppets and blades, and I never got Konkuro in a real fighting game, so I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, I think this was a character, like, when they got announced and we saw the trailer, a lot of eyes were on Mario. I mean, when it comes to anime games and the history with puppet characters, the puppet tends to be a naughty word, right? We want to talk about like Carl Clover, or like Zato, Relius even, and so it had everybody a bit nervous. But with Mario coming out, I think the reception on the character has been pretty all over the place, and really trying to crack it up to how much of the success is dedicated to the player and how much of the success is dedicated to the character. Now post patch, with like the nerfs that have happened to Mario, I don't even think he got changed that much, but him just like still staying where he's at, and like the overall like conscience of saying everybody saying that like, he's pretty mid. He just kind of like stayed mid, and like he is like a very character specialist type of pick, but nowhere near as suffocating as people were like expecting him to be.
Yeah, definitely still, like, I guess, yeah, definitely still someone you can combat, someone you can defend yourself against, and someone who's still, I loathe to say, playing the same game as everyone else. That's usually the worry when it comes to very unique characters, especially when it comes to anime. You give characters very unique situations, very unique options, and if they're very strong, it feels like you're fighting a character from a different game a lot of the time. But Mario, very much playing Melty Blood, and currently playing Melty Blood very well. Maigo making quick work of this first round, nearly, but not quite done yet. Miyako's not done till she's done. Baji Kwan is very strong, at least here. Now we are playing the air footsie. He's gonna get that heat out. Yeah, why not spend it if you have it? Get the health back. If you can find a hit, if you can find anything, go into the super, but nothing doing. Now Maigo going to take a little bit of damage. No one really able to get anything seriously punishing going just yet. Heat coming out again inside of Miyako.
Yeah, this is definitely a slow burner type of matchup. Both players not making any like super fatal mistakes to really take any like big chunks of damage. You can see the time kind of whittling down. Cowey, what defense to get out of there? You know, that move skill at the perfect time.
Yeah, knew exactly. Has experience in the matchup for sure, knowing exactly when they needed to moon skill to get out, not get smoked, but get smoked at the end anyway. Maigo looking good so far. Here comes Cowey.
Okay.
Gonna get the second jump, jump in, stay in the corner, stomp the yard.
Yeah, so nice. Just like retracting that hurt box just enough to get the low crush. Maigo, yeah, trying to get out of that corner. Had enough of blocking Miyako, so he like hit to do so. Oh, we got hit by the day zero. Where is she going? Behind the back, scoop up with the elbow.
Not like this. Try to charge that. Now Maigo, able to play the game. Which way are they going? Not the way you were blocking. Nice use of the moon drive. Just leave. Simply exit an uncomfortable situation. I am a big fan of that train of thought. Cowey on the board in terms of rounds. Alright. Nice jump in. Nice damage going to get this full conversion. As the second jump active. Maigo with the defense, blocking the low, feeling good about that, and feeling good about the fact that they're now playing the puppet game. The gamer generation rise up, going to get that air grab. What a specific option for that specific option.
Oh yeah, I was hoping to see some more pickup there from Maigo, but so far has been momentum. I was getting a little bit anxious with them having to back up against the wall. Cowey taking massive advantage of its positioning.
Maigo though, able to leave. This is still, you can still get it done. Yeah, going to use the heat and going to use the moon drive. That was an amazing use of resources. It's going to punish the shield. Is going to find the kill.
Why you gotta do her like that?
He calls Noel.
I hate that arc drive.
Man.
Maigo, Mario, one way or another, gonna be able to get the win. Don't ask me how I feel about it though.
That's unfortunate. Hate it. Your waifu gets puppeted by video game kid. I would not feel happy about it either.
For real.
I would not be very pleased, but Maigo very pleased. Pressure is a little bit lessened on their part now that they have that lead. Now Cowey needing to show an adaptation, needing to make sure that they don't lose anymore. They don't have much more to play with. This game, though, they are doing no losing. They don't need that much to play with because they are running Maigo over. The corner is where you live, son. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Elbow.
Looking good, looking clean. Cowey trying to recover.
Yeah, Cowey playing the neutral, trying to find something doing, and will find just that. Stomping. Nice patience from Maigo. Nice defense from Maigo. Yeah, I block either way. It does not matter.
Okay.
Yeah, the defense on either side is very good, and as I say that, Cowey getting opened up on the other side will get carried one way or another. Thanks to that, Maigo saying it's your turn. It's your turn to be in the corner. Your turn to hold this damage.
Jeez, I'm loving the side swap combos that Maigo has available. Just always looking like you have no idea where they're going with the route, and then it just ends up in the corner. Okay, not able to make the pressure heat save, so Cowey will be able to find a way to navigate. Flashbang!
Oh, yeah, that's rough. And yes, those side swap combos are amazing because more than just not knowing where you're going to end up, it gives Maigo so many different options for mix. Now they can reliably go to the other side. They know they have the option to push you to the other corner. They have combos that'll push you to the other corner. They have combos that'll push you back to the first corner in the first place. They don't have to worry about it. They can just mix you, and that is on your mental stack. Cowey being on the receiving end of these mental attacks from Maigo.
Go. Maigo, one round away from moving on. Oh my god, what a parry!
God, yeah, that was great. A call out, and a call out coming from Cowey. Not quite as flashy, but going to find the shield and going to find the conversion. So fast, elbows to the other side. Now you're in the corner. Very careful, has to be careful about how they handle their pressure. Does Cowey? They're handling it well here.
Okay, the heat activation, Maigo. Oh my god, elbow from the top rope, not making contact. Arc drop? Not gonna work there from Maigo.
Oh man, said you can't call her twice. This is for my boy Kraken Atkins. You're not puppeting her 2 times. Maigo needing to make this happen without meter, needing to make this happen without Moon Drive, at least as of now. The defense from Cowey was really good, but getting too comfortable blocking those overheads, gonna get opened up by the throw. Not that bad when you consider the outcome. Cowey, getting it done. Gotta do it one more again.
Yeah, man, this is a good match. It really feels like these two are like almost evenly matched. Both, I mean, extremely capable players. Maigo coming off the top 8 finish the East Coast Throwdown, and Cowey having some very solid online tournament performances as of late. They're just going back and forth trading blows.
Yeah, and those online tournament performances have to bring attention to that with the advent of rollback as the industry standard. Very valuable experience there. We've seen it because you can go toe-to-toe with someone who you know does put in that work offline. Very strong players, both of these guys, regardless of what their competitive background is, thanks to this netcode, thanks to Kamone's vision and all that. And Cowey believing in that vision right now. Under the moon, under the stars, trying to close this one out, but Maigo not one to make it easy. Going to find the hits, going to find a way to open you up, carries to the other corner, but not really. There was no chance, and understanding your DP does go horizontally as well as vertically. Maigo ready.
Woo!
Nice. Gonna Abare.
Yeah, Cowey needing to make this run back. Oh my god, freeze the time. That's gonna be an absolute free punish from Maigo into the arc drive. That should be it.
Yeah, that's catastrophic for Cowey. Maigo will get it done in this round. Gonna go straight down to the wire.
Fishing each other to their limits. Maigo gets the opening exchange on the round 3. Best believer carrying to that corner. Dragon kick to get out of there.
Dragon kicks. Good. Trying to get something going. Either player playing the neutral. A little bit of a charge there coming from Cowey. Maigo in the corner. Has to be thinking about what the option is after this combo. Chooses to just block, but gonna get hit on the fatal counter. Cowey. It's my game to win. I get to take this. I will move on winner's side. Cowey looking very strong. The Chinese martial arts going up this day.
That's good stuff. Yeah, Cowey started heating up towards the end there, just finding constant cycles of relentless offense, keeping Maigo locked down in the corner exactly where they wanted them to seal the deal on that game. Excellently played from both sides, though. Like, I really had a hard time figuring out which way it was gonna go. Sometimes it looked like Cowey was chasing down Maigo, and sometimes it looked like Maigo was just trapped, fallen, and they can't get up. But Cowey comes out on top this time around. But I'm sure that's not the last that we'll see of Maigo. They had a solid performance at PS4 Heatwave, and they're just gonna be dropping the loser side for now. It does have another chance to get into the top 16.
For sure. They were just pushed to their limits. They were just pushed to their limits by Cowey. So if I got my lore right, you get the Zenkai boost or something now, right? That's how that works in Dragon Ball.
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll say that's how it is until somebody corrects us in the chat. I know one of these guys watches Dragon Ball. There are 123 of you in the chat. Somebody knows something about Dragon Ball, and somebody knows something about why we still have Matcherino codes in the Matcherino. 123, only 22 of you need to claim codes. Just go get the 2 clicks. Light, I know you're in the chat, bro. We need to give these guys the video. We need to let these guys use the video. They'll get sick of seeing my face. We'll clear out the Matcherino. It works. We have scientific proof that it works. Guys, use the exclamation mark Matcherino. Clear these out. Get this done before we reach that top 8. Yeah, Light says this does work. It works.
So it's a video for like Maturino shilling?
Yes, I have made an advertisement for Maturino shilling.
We'll talk about that after this tournament. We might need that.
Yes.
If you don't mind lending that property to PlusFramesGG, we may have that. We'll credit you and everything. I'm seeing nothing but a code sign from like the Iron Man, so we could use that because we always have codes left over.
100%. Actually, yeah, we'll talk about it after. But we have who? Oh, what are their names in the bracket? All right.
It's Yui versus Triglass 360, and I straight up don't know who's who.
Oh man, Triglass 360 versus Nozo Yui.
I know Yui does play PCL. They just switched to the Neko arc, so I think that Neko Chungus is Yui. And I'm not saying that name out loud. It's Triglass 360.
Yeah. Is that ooh my owo? What? What a godlike name.
All right, well, yeah, they are a good start. Yui has had some solid type of Lumina performances within like the past couple months or so. They haven't played in too many heat waves, but Power TL is usually the pick that they go for, so interested to see them take the fight over to Trislas, who we did see play on PS4. Trislas had a pretty good, solid performance in PS4. I'm pretty sure they made like top 16, maybe even got 9th if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, both of them having a solid run in the PC side of things thus far. I mean, they're playing for like a top 16 qualifier. Winner of this will be fighting low a little bit on stream a little bit later. But they are locked in. Take a screenshot of this because this is the type of Lumina community in a nutshell.
All right. I love communities that are, you know, you're true to yourself. That's how I'll say it.
Yeah. Do we challenge ourselves to commentate this using only their in-game names?
Why not? Why not? Yeah.
Neko Chungus 69 and Uwu my Owo.
All right, yeah, I'm not mad about it. Uwu my Owo was already getting the party started, but Neko Chungus finding their way in, finding hits, finding the corner. Nice use of the moon drive. Doesn't want to deal with any situations regarding shield punishes. Jump cancel the DP. I do like it. Lightning coming down. Ooh, my Owo though. Gonna get that armor. Has that hyper armor. You have to respect it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Neko Chungus, yeah, this is gonna be able to go into the arc drive. Oh no, but the whip is that far away. Unfortunate.
That sucks. What's the point to having a gun if it's just gonna whip? That's awful. Neko Chungus 69 though, not bothered about it. Still gonna get it done. Maybe a little bit upset about the loss of meter, but you know, we take those.
Alright.
Ooh, my Owo with 2 magic circuits available.
Oh my god, this run up 3C from Kouma. Oh, the side swap conversion is gonna be able to. Okay, I thought they were gonna try to corner Neko Chungus. I think they misjudged the trajectory of that super jump a bit. Plus frames, baby.
Absolutely, the titular organization, and also what Ooh my Owo had in that situation. And now Neko Chungus trying to get something of a meaningful foothold. Going to have to make, if they can make the right calls here, this will put my Owo in a bad situation. And there's the call in question. Yeah, gotta be blocking.
Yeah, Neko Chungus keeps going for that pop-up because I think they're trying to find like the arrow and block board. Ooh, my Owo just doesn't seemingly have the answer around it. Oh, whip shield. Yeah, looking like it could have been a punish. Just run up throw.
Yeah, run. We take those, especially with that much life to play with. Neko Chungus able to close it out and had plenty of decisions they could make, or plenty of mistakes they could make before. Well, maybe not plenty. It is Kouma. but have mistakes they can make before things got too dire.
Neko Chungus with the game on the board. Safe to say that they've evolved from Neko Chungus into Big Chungus. Trying to evolve into Massive Chungus with the 2-0 if they're able to get one more game. But ooh, my Owo. Trying to get some dubs on the board. Oh, here we go. Game 2.
Lord Almighty. Massive Chungus indeed. We'll see if they can make that happen. Making a good argument for it now. I already see them growing. A bigger Chungus.
Oh, just
a little
out
bit too
space,
far.
yeah, for that unblockable.
Nice. Nice use of the moon drive, backdash, but already had the read. The shield just waited for you to be done. Oh, it's. Are you finished? My turn. Oh. Good use of the moon drive DP. Going to get the jump cancel. Going to get the positioning they wanted. And going to force Umayo to hold all of this pressure, hold all the situation. It was too late. You didn't have enough time to do anything else.
Yeah, I think Umayo thought that the initial part of the active frames whiffed on that charge and they were going to try to hit buttons afterwards. But no, it was still active, so it pretty much ended up hitting as immediate after that Moondrive activation. Unfortunate call, but the Neko Chungus is growing almost to that massive state. One round away from getting to a victory.
Yeah, that Neko Chungus is on match point. It's very close to earning that massive Chungus badge here. That's going to have to capitalize on those fatal counters to get it done. A normal counter will work too, though.
Stomp.
Nice stomp. Nice moon drive. Yeah, that's gonna be great for Neko Chungus, who's now just has everything they could possibly want. All right, and yeah, no, that's it. That's it. Neko Chungus, just everything going right for them in that last round. A 2-0, evolving into Massive Chungus and moving on in the bracket.
Wonderfully executed there from Neko Chungus. 69 won't be the last we see of them. Yui, otherwise known as Neko Chungus 69, will be playing against Low on stream. That's gonna be a powered Ciel mirror, which will be something else. We'll have that up a little bit later. Get out of the lobby! Next up, we will be having a Shinigami and Kid. Let me get that set up on the stream.
Shinigami versus Kid. I've been watching my boy Ducker33 Pool Toy to see if he could put on for the Neko Arc Army. Still alive in the bracket so far. Already lost my boy Light the Iron Man, but signed up last second to put in work. 1 and 2. Very good for signing up for the last second.
Word.
Putting in work with Arcueid. I don't like fighting that character, but whatever. Glad to see him doing it up. Glad to see him representing not just a TO, and not just a TO, not just a commentator, but a competitor too. Much like yourself, actually. I've seen you compete in a fair amount of things too. Love to those people who do that. That's hard, bro.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let them know. My job isn't just to talk and organize. I like the game too.
yeah. I got fire on the sticks. Kid versus Shinigami. 2 people with their Smash GG tags or Start GG tags as their name as well. I do appreciate it.
Oh yeah, those are my favorite types of players. I'm already a big fan of both of them.
Going to have this Hisui against Shiki Tono. A nice backdash to avoid. I guess that was a tray, but Kid going to get the hit, going to put down the Umi cake.
Yeah, this is a battle of 2 like very strong players. Like Kid has been entering the net play bracket time and time again, mostly within like the top 16 territory, but having an opportunity to get there from winner side this time around. Yeah, why?
No, not like this.
I just should have never complimented them. I started bigging them up, and then like the connection said no. What in the world?
I was like, I really hope it. I was thinking to myself, I really hope it wasn't Kid that disconnected. And as you said that, and then it was them. I'm like, oh, that sucks. That's unfortunate. They made their way back though, in short order. Sometimes this happens. Net play still does have its hiccups.
Yeah, just messaging them now, making sure that everything is okay. Getting things coordinated here.
Sure, absolutely. And while he's getting things coordinated, you guys need to coordinate your efforts on that match arena! Exclamation mark match arena. Use those codes. There's no reason. We have 64 people in the bracket. There should be no codes. We should have started with 0 codes, man.
You would think. People just don't want free money for some reason.
Yeah. It's free money. It's free money. Usually that's illegal.
True.
Here we go. Going to fight this time on this city stage. I love this stage. And Shinigami loving the pressure they're able to put on, but would love to find a hit on Kid, who not having such problems. Not having such issues right now.
Ooh.
Having other issues though. Hey, ping check, guys. What is that ping?
A bit of a slowdown occurring. They both stopped completely. Let me check the Discord to see what's going on. What's the situation?
Hiccups every now and again. As said. Hopefully we can get it out.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make an executive decision here. So I'm going to get them connection tested. The next match is Lo and Yui. So I'm going to get them queued and going while I do the connection test in the background. Now, while I do that, Ben, I'm putting the pressure on you. You will be solo commentating at that time, but it won't be for too long.
That's perfectly fine. I can get it done.
For sure.
It's just me in the chat. I need to pop that out so I can, yeah. Perfect.
Hold on. Okay, one of you kill each other first. I want to get another match on stream in the meantime. I misspelled meantime. Fantastic.
Kid is probably the best option, yeah. Already has a round. That's alright, Aki. I can handle it. I am, after all, celebrity commentator Ben Host. Got it. Phone commentary. It sounds sicker than it is. I will tell you that. Phone commentary sounds a lot sicker than it is. As someone who has commentated with someone on the phone before, recently actually, it is it's not, yeah, it's not great. it's not the best. Yeah, Light, you experienced that too. I don't remember who exactly it was. Even if I did, I wouldn't say any names. But they were commentating from the phone. That is wild.
Wait, somebody was commentating from their phone?
Yes.
The grind set. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, I will get this. I will get these commentary hours in. I have nothing but respect for it. However, don't do that. It's awful.
Okay, I do have the matchup up. It's gonna be Nico May versus Negareaper. So I'm gonna let them play out. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm gonna go ahead and get this connection test out. I'll be right back.
All right. I love Fate Grand Order. That is crazy. That's crazy. So we have Nico May on that Arcueid versus Negamasher, who, despite not being the one who loves Fate Grand Order, is playing the Fate Grand Order character. That mash. Mash on that mash. So we'll see. We'll see exactly what Mash is bringing. This is gonna be the first time I've seen Mash in tournament. Ever. But Mash Curie Light. Oh, this song's so good. Nico May already starting the offensive, trying to approach with those A buttons. Okay, big clashes on either side, double fatal counter. No one able to really get anything started, but Negareaper trying to get more value out of it, going for the charge, and it's going to find the corner, going to find the combo. Going to find the counter hit, finding everything they want right this second, actually. And the throw, Judo coming in, getting that first round. Negareaper. What Reaper? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yes. Mash, Reaper, mash. I agree. Show us what you got. Going to use the Moon Drive, looks for the shield, but the Moon Drive back on Arcueid's side. Negareaper is going for going for anything they can kind of find here, and actually going to find the combo, going to find the corner, going to again try and make a checkmate situation with the Moon Drive. Not quite able to do that, but still gets the game done regardless. Directly back into it we go. Nico May. I know what I did wrong. Grah, I love Fate Grand Order. I just don't know how you could. That game doesn't have a pity system, does it? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think that game has a pity system. Loving Fate go aside. Nico May not scared to put Mash here in a bad situation. Oh, it has a pity system in Japan. That's not me, bro. What? Oh man, that sucks. Awesome. Well, Mash having the corner. Reaper taking the corner. Getting this pressure, trying to get Nico May to press anything. Eventually does find it. Will find the hit. Will find the Moon skill conversion. Judo out of the corner. Not sure I agree, but it doesn't matter whether or not I agree because Reaper gonna get it done. I pity anyone who plays it. It's true. I mean, play Blue Archive instead. I'm just gonna play it Azure Lane. Here comes Nico May, though. Okay, there is the shield coming in. And Nico May actually making these adaptations, understanding exactly what they need to do here. After going down, like, Reaper's on match point, but Nico May not deterred, just trying to put themselves on the board already. Stand on other side. Throw. And now you're in the corner against Arcueid. It's so scary because she actually does get conversions off of the throw in the corner, but Reaper making their way out. I'm going to go ahead and use the heat early. Use it early, you might get it back. I know there's a gap there. You can't do that to me. Reaper. Not able to avoid the blood heat situation. Has got to kind of be careful about what a situation could become. Will avoid the thought or the threat of shield in that situation. And now is looking at the end of the game. All they need is one more good guess. All they need is one more hit, one more good conversion. It is a one-touch situation. Oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Yeah, going to go ahead and use the moon drive. Going to finish this off. Mash. 2-0. Reaper. Feeling good about that. Feeling good about moving on. What I'm not feeling good about is the fact that Atkins is still doing this connection test, so I have zero idea who's up. Yeah, that'll be my first time seeing Mash. She seems pretty cool. I'm glad to see her in not a gacha game. She shouts out her FGO card deck. That is very cool. I mean, you have to do it, right? Because that game probably is, at least in part, what funded this game. And what funds the support for this game. So I can't be too mad. Oh, it's low. Okay, I know who's next.
I can be mad. They have Hime in the wrong game, bro.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
She should be here.
She shouldn't.
Look, this game, this game needs to be saved, and Hime is the savior.
No, she's not. I wish you would stop. Okay, the devs actually confirmed that that's why the Lumina DLC is free. Well then, thank you, Fate Go. Thank you. I'm very happy with that. I'm glad with that. I would have bought the DLC anyway, but I know free DLC does a lot for getting people interested, for getting people to play. And I mean, it's definitely the support aside. It's not just characters. It's like the changes, the patches, things like that. That's definitely funded by. That's not free. So I don't like gacha all that much. I say, as I like roll for Shiroko cycling, but I am glad that some good came out of it. We got Hime and FGO. Yeah, she can stay in FGO. She can stay there.
Alright.
I don't need her flying. PCL mirror. This is Yui versus Low. So I have to assume these guys have a running tally between the two of them on who usually comes out on top. I have to.
Actually, I've only seen Low a little bit more recently come around in brackets, and Yui doesn't enter a lot either. Maybe they played casually, but in tournaments, I don't know if they fought each other before.
Okay, well, Yui already getting things started in their favor. And going to actually go ahead and spend the heat there. I agree. Things like heat, things like burst, like it is very valid to spend them under pressure, as well as like in neutral, or well, heat especially for neutral situations. If you can find a way to do it safely, if you can find a combo, even do it at the end of a combo. So I do appreciate that decision from Yui, who is making good use of it. Now getting hit, but up until now was in the driver's seat very comfortably. Here's Low though, going to use theirs at the end of a combo. I need that health back. Oh, other side, you gotta watch that. Low going to make this hurt. Here we go. And that's a big hit. Low is actually gonna take this? No, can't kill here yet, right? Can. Absolutely. 3375.
Yeah, those Paraceal routes, you always think that they're about to end, and she just adds another record to the mix, spins the moon skill, like, it's never ending.
Yeah, suddenly I'm still getting hit. Say Guardian, bro. I mean, just, you know, you play in these brackets, you keep playing the game, you will become these guys. Like, that's the cool thing about fighting games. I met St. Cola at Evo. He told me, like, the cool thing about fighting games is that, you know, anybody can be this. Anybody can be good. All you gotta do is put in that time. It's not something like a shooter, where you have to kind of, like, sort of live in the right place or know the right people. You just play. You can just play, and people will know you. Or you can just commentate, or you can just do whatever. People will know you the more you do it. So, just stick to it, and you'll be that guy. I spent so long talking about that I haven't even paid attention to the fact that Lo is feeling very good about this situation. Lo has put Yui in a predicament, and Yui has the answers that Moon Drive DP, Moon Skill DP rather, is gonna be great for them. Gonna move things back to the neutrals, what I would say, but you're dead this time, right? You're definitely dead. She does a lot of damage. Yep. Out of there. Out of there. And yeah. Lo getting done the first. And yes, what Dedev has said, especially now that games have good netcode, you don't ever have to be bad. You can just become good. It's not like back in the day where if you wanted to be good at plus R or something, or to plus R or Rev 2 or anything like that, you had to live in a place where you had players of that game. These new games, you can just play them now. So, definitely can do that. You can be that guy. You can be Yui, who's getting this massive conversion. You can be Lo, who's trying to take back the reins of this match. You're going to use that BC and get a conversion off of it too. It's not even over yet, except that it is now that the drop happened. Yeah, double moon drive. I fully agree. I fully see what's going on. Stop time. The sands of time are in your watch. Yui going to get this round for themselves, though. Spin the meter. Don't even worry about trying to do anything special with it. Let me just try and take this. Lo, the charge. Has full magic circuit. It's gonna get hit there, but not too bothered. Follow up B shield. Yui. Looking very strong now. Empty jump low. That B follow up, Lo's loving that. It's been like exclusively B follow ups from Lo out of the shield. And he's looking for it again, I want to say. Nice moon drive. See what's up. Alright, there's a BC and then into a B. No one finding anything extremely scary yet. But here comes Yui trying to fix that. Lo has the heat option and will need to consider it, but not right there. Was still in the range of that button, going to die for that. Yui on the board. Alright. One of you has to go to losers. I wish neither of you did, but here we are. Oh no, big hit. EX Edge coming in. Lo is going to take the corner here. But nice use of the moon drive. It's so hard to be ready for it. You have very strong defensive options in this game. It's very hard to be prepared for something like that. Very hard to be prepared for all of them. But Yui, not concerned about that. You just thinking about how it paid off for them. Use of that moon drive gained them so much of a life lead, which is kind of going away now. Lo trying to amend this. Do just that, almost. A 2-hit game? Maybe? It might be less than a 2-hit game depending on start. You can't kill here. You can't kill here. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Alright. Alright. Nah. No way. No way. What? Bro, what? She's dead? She's dead? Wow. Alright. I mean, low looking good. Making me out to be a liar. I thought. If the health is at the first round count, is usually dead. That was... but that was resources. That was that was a moon drive and everything. Still, getting it done is getting it done. Somebody clip me being an idiot about that. Now low, though, not being an idiot, trying to get this done in a good situation to make it happen, was nowhere near Yui. Was nowhere near Yui and was able to go ahead and express their will at the conclusion of the moon drive. So I'm gonna go up 2-1 and get the set is low. The last hit of Ciel's PCL's arc drive does a lot. Yeah, it certainly did a lot. It certainly did a lot. It did enough to finish things off. So well done. Well done. Well done from low. Definitely interested in seeing more of Yui's PCL as well. The characters in this game are just so cool.
Alright, yeah, sorry I was silent that entire time. I was actually getting some things coordinated here for connections and advancements and all types of stuff. It will be Yusoro and Shinigami that are coming up next.
Okay, yeah, I figured you were doing that behind the scenes work, so not bothered by that. And Yusoro versus Shinigami. I have seen the name Yusoro, and we saw Shinigami earlier take on Kid, fighting to take that would put them in top 8. Like the winner of this makes top 8, right?
That is correct. Yeah. So there's another winners quarterfinal set.
All right.
Yeah, in terms of what the top 8 is looking out so far, so on the top side, Cowey got a 2-0 victory over Lunar. So they are in winner side top 8, going to be facing off against Low, who we just saw win. Negareaper was on stream. They got the 2-0 victory over Nico. They fight the winner of this match between Yusoro and Shinigami. Loser side top 8, it's still kind of some matches being played. Like Nico and Flunktastic are probably fighting it out right now. Yui and Wild Woody are probably fighting it out. I'm gonna have Lunar's match on stream. That's still being deduced. And let's see. I'll probably get another loser top 8 qualifier match on stream as well.
Okay. We'll see exactly who we get, what we'll have. But right now we have Yusoro on this Arcueid facing Shinigami. And already getting the party started. Fireworks, party music. What else do you bring to a party? I don't know, I'm not a very popular guy. Alcohol or something. Either way, was able to get something started beginning. Shinigami still very much in this. Not put into a continuously bad situation, and even going to be able to take advantage of the fact that Yusoro put themselves in the corner. Find the conversion.
Alright, yeah, there's a massive opportunity for Shinigami to get started. The shield B, Yusoro gonna be navigating out of that corner. I gotta imagine when to get pressure started, double overhead is one way to do so.
Now, Shinigami is stuck in a bad situation. The arc drive is coming out. This might... No, not quite. Not quite, but the... such a great normal. I just love how it looks.
The heal?
Yeah.
It's great, alright. Covers a great amount of space, able to chain it into double, sometimes even triple overheads. Arcueid.
Looking very good. Nice use of the shield on both sides.
Oh, that's clean. What's punish?
Very nice.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're just playing like this footsie game that's revolving around advancing normals and specials, and like Yusho has been kind of outclassing Shinigami in that department time and time again. So it'll be up to Shinigami to figure out how to navigate an approach. Good counterpoke after the shield.
The cool thing about anime games is that if the footsies aren't going your way, there are other avenues of approach. Shinigami will have to think about that in game 2 though. Arc wants to revenge for Shiki trying to kill her. I feel like that's actually her round start quote for this guy too, right? Yeah, there it is. I don't play either one of these characters, but I felt like I remembered that.
I don't know any Tsukihime lore, and I'm afraid to ask, because she says you're gonna pay for killing me. So that means she was resurrected back to life. Who brought her back to life?
I mean, I know, yeah, he cut her into 17 pieces. Well, I mean, it's called 17 dissection, so it had 17 cuts, which would have made her into 18 pieces.
What do you do that for?
I mean, like, why not, right? First date goes bad, you gotta do something. Yeah, she can recreate herself because she's she's God.
That's oh my god. Chat is wild right now.
That's what it is. I mean, it is what it is. But Arcueid very close to finding her revenge here. Match point Yosuru's side.
Alright. Shinigami has the corner positioning, a little bit over 3.5k with this off the knockdown. Trading on the wake up. Yusuru hitting wake up button despite the safe jump. Jeez, off the fatal counter TC opening with this much meter.
Yeah,
Art drive.
He has the Nania thing. You just perished.
Alright, I mean, although Shinigami took that round is expensive, now they did have the Nania install, utilizing the slashes perfectly there to run the round start, but Yusuro, as I said earlier, a ticking time bomb. Look at all the resources they have available. Shinigami needs to keep the snowball. Yeah,
the wake up moon drive is what I'd call out here, right? Yeah, moon drive.
Oh god.
See what's up. Yep.
This is how it begins.
Yeah, this is the first domino falls. Yusuro is going to try and get this started. Moon drive right back, I agree. BC, but did not matter. Rising knee. Yusuro now getting the hit they need. This will kill.
Seems so.
This will do.
Yeah, you can see Yusuro is hyper-focused on the ground game. I mean, to be fair, that's where they've been having the majority of their successful exchanges. Just like stopping Shinigami's approach, you know, putting a full challenge to the Lariat and everything. But Shinigami adapting, saying, I'm going to IAD this time around, was able to catch a stray, whiffed 2C, and now we're tied up in games.
Tied up indeed. Shinigami saying, hey, I am here too. I made it this far. I can make it happen. Make it happen. They will attempt to do the Shinigami, though. Not off to a great start. Still, the game is volatile. We've seen the comebacks. We've seen the we're going to need to see another comeback to if Shinigami wants to take this, though. Double jump. Going to get the air dash. Right. Nice defense. Finding the perfect opportunity to shield. Going to get involved in shield wars. Armament is built. Shinigami now has the corner for themselves. Yusuro changing that. I can say it as fast as I say it, as fast as it's not true. Ooh. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's massive. Did not opt to go for the arc drive, but I mean, still maintaining the corner positioning otherwise. Lots of backdashes.
Oh. Alright, gonna get the moon drive on wake up. Moon skill DP, jump cancel. Here comes Yusuro, has all of the meter in the world. 99% of the world's meter is held by Arcueid Broomstud, but it's not enough to save her from the Knights of Shikitona.
Man,
Oh,
DP
that-
out of distance, a version of DP as well. So like, didn't even really reach Shinigami, who was staying still. That may have hit otherwise.
Yeah, that was definitely the call. He's gonna try and get his Oki. He's gonna try and advance on me, but it didn't pay off, and neither did this blood heat. You are just not going to be able to play the game for the duration of it.
Oh wow, okay, I showed A, but like it's really tougher for you sort of try to make this comeback. They're pretty much needing a world of outplay. Not going to be able to be found as Shinigami gets the 2-1 victory over Yusuro.
Shinigami, the death god, indeed, bringing death in their wake, bringing death to Yusuro's winner's side run. Still, more work to be done on the lower half of the bracket. It's not quite over yet. Very good adaptation, very good patience, actually, and mental fortitude from Shinigami, because there were a lot of times where that match just was not going well. But definitely able to clutch it, bring it back, and hold on to the threads of advantage they found when they presented themselves. Excited to see more of them.
Indeed, indeed. So yeah, right. I think we're actually going to be bringing Yusuro back. It's going to be Yusuro versus Maigo for a loser's top 8 qualifier. So yeah, Shinigami able to get into the top 8 by the winning side with that victory over Yusuro. They'll be going up against Negareaper a little bit later. But Yusuro still has a chance. They just have to overcome Mario, but not any ordinary Mario. Mario that's been on fire with the losers bracket run. They did eliminate your boy. They eliminated Ducker 33 Pool Toy, and they got a win over Kikoho. So
no, both of them are gone. Rest in peace, Ducker 33 Pool Toy. I'll make fun of you later.
all right, let's see. Yeah, in terms of other loser side qualifiers, I could just give you all the rundown of what exactly is going on, what's the situation as soon as Start GG loads up. Jeez. Okay, so Paula and Tamaki are playing right now. The winner of that is going to fight Lunar. That is going to be a stream match. Yui and Wild Woody are playing right now to figure out who's going to get loser side top 8. Nico May did qualify. They got a 2-1 victory over Flunktastic, so they're qualified for top 8. Nico May will be fighting the winner of Yusuro and Maigo, which will be happening as soon as we get Maigo in here. May have to ping Maigo again just in case. There we go. Maigo is here. Maigo is here.
We have Maigo. Okay, we have Maigo. We have Yusuro. We have the necessary parties. Let's get it started. See if Yusuro can Yo, does that say thrust in Arcueid? Yeah, no, don't answer that.
Don't validate him. Look, I know Yusuro. Just I think if he watches this back, you already put a smile on his face, and he doesn't deserve happiness. So
okay. I know a guy like that. Okay, I understand. I'll keep that in mind for next time. All right, here we go. The throw coming up from Yusuro. Already trying to make quick work of Maigo. Definitely not going to be happy about losing that match to Shinigami, but wants to keep the tournament dreams alive here. Doing a very good job, keeping it cool. Going to dive, kick down. Counter coming in. Oh. Okay.
Oh my god, just flying around all over the place. Maigo just can't get a read on where Yusuro's actions are going to take him next.
It's one of the cooler parts of the game. Yusuro not getting the throw into the wall, but it's finding a conversion nonetheless. Your feet means nothing to me. Your nothing means anything to me. Yusuro feeling good about that. Has not been showed any reason they should fear. Just finding everything that they want.
Ooh. The touchdown is just relentless right now. Yusuro just playing with purpose, absolutely. Like, Maigo, from the previous matches that we've seen from them, they really have this very elusive, extremely floaty, hard to catch Mario style where they just air stall for so long. But like, Yusuro, for the most part, has been like really relentless on the pressure, thrown to the corner to get it back started.
Yeah, and here comes Yusuro about to finish this off. Yeah. No burst in this game. You have simply died.
Sheesh. All right, Yusuro playing with a lot of venom right now. I mean, this match is gonna be so fast. Lunar won't even have an opponent yet. I think Paula and Tamaki like started a little bit before this match started, but the speed run is real.
No, man. I believe in the Mario. I believe in the gamer generation. Maigo can bring this back. Give me more Melty Blood. Yeah, there's the hit. Here we go. We're gaming. It's Mario time. Has the mushrooms, has the princesses.
Oh,
I had the DP bait, but didn't have the conversion. Didn't have anything for it. Is now stuck in this situation again, but going to make good use of the resources to make their way out of the corner. Not interested in playing the do-si-do with Yusuro. Into the ground you go. Nice shield usage. Mario go burr indeed. And Yusuro still trying to maintain that momentum. Rekka's coming out. Uzumaki barrage from all sides. No clones required.
Ooh,
that was almost catastrophic for Maigo, and it might still be anyway. Has the 3 meter to make this finished. Will it? Not quite. This does never kills, I guess. It's like the Laura's super of Melty Blood. I've never seen it kill it. Will it kill? Yeah. Doth it slay indeed? The answer's no. Bad news, chat.
All right, Yusuro on match point right now with that round. Want to be getting the counter hit starter. Yusuro is just extremely on fire right now. The empty jump low. Maigo just can't catch a break, dude.
Yeah, Maigo going through it. You know they're a good player.
Oh my god.
You know they know what they're doing. You know they can make it work, but they're innocent.
Oh.
Sometimes
Yusuro last time did the moon drive, and I'm gonna pop it again and get the shield punish, but didn't have the presence of mind for it. I was so paranoid about that.
That would have been really rough. That would have been that would have tilted me. And now Maigo actually having things work out in their favor is what I would say. Had this not occurred, you're still alive here. Don't worry. You're still alive. No.
Oh, the commentator's curse. Yeah, he's dead. Yusuro with the 2-0 victory, courtesy of Ben Hooks. Moving on in the top 8.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Titular Melty Blood. Oh yeah, that super is called Melty. You sussy? I didn't even say sussy this game, or this. I didn't even say ussy in this tournament. You guys can't be doing that. That's my thing. I'm the ussy master. That is so unfortunate. I hope he doesn't listen to this back, bro. I'm gonna be beefing.
All right, so here's the Julio chat room. All right, Lunar is gonna be the next match. They're gonna be fighting against Paulo Tamaki. My worst nightmares come true. Yusuro won that match so fast that Paulo and Tamaki hasn't concluded yet. So you know,
Run ads.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you all kill the time in a productive way. Exclamation point match arena in the chat. PS4 and PC still has codes available. I think at least 20. There's no better time than the present. Don't let those codes go unused. Please, please, please utilize them. A $50 pop bonus has been provided by PlusFramesGG to kickstart it, but both of those prize pools should be well over 60. Just utilizing those free codes. Yeah, no reason not to do it. If you want to do a direct contribution, I know that the homie, what's their name in PS4, Brankton just got third at Heatwave PS4, and they donate $5 to the PS4 bracket. So if you want to do a direct contribution like Brankton, vehicle person, you could do that. We would greatly appreciate it. I'll say your name on stream. It'll be cool. In terms of if you want to receive something for that direct donation, be sure to check out the Match Arena Marketplace. There's plenty of stuff for sale. Chitin Books, the greatest manga provider in the universe, has some of their titles up there. Lunar Life and Another World series, the Shetdatsuki and Ryogasaki-san series, and Uzumade are Made His Way to Annoying Volume 1. There's some good Match Arena threads up there, licensed merchandise in terms of their hoodie and their black tee, and some charms and keychains for sale as well from your favorite series like Quintessential Quintuplets and Girls Frontline. I think this show might have been the perfect time. Tamaki is typing GG's. We may have an opponent for Lunar. Oh, apparently, oh, that's right. Paula plays the Noel map now. That was a Noel mirror that just happened.
Oh.
Okay, so they are figuring it out. I didn't even get a report for Yui and Wild Woody. That should be done. Figuring things out. They're talking. Us Noel players, we're so wholesome. They're both complimenting each other. Noel play. They're like, "Whoa, that was a great match." It's like, "Yeah, you were great too." Just over here, like, what?
I'm rolling my eyes so far back in my head I can see China.
What was the score though? Paula got it. Paula got it 2-1.
Don't mind that emote, Cosmico. I just wanted to use it. I didn't know I had it. I was scrolling my emotes and I was like, yeah. I kind of just want to use this.
Okay, so this is the last topic qualifier. Then we'll hop back over to the winner's side. Let me go ahead and cue those matches. So after Paula and Lunar, we'll go ahead and get Cowey, not Cow. That's the DNF dual player. And Low. And then we will move over to my dog's barking, Shinigami, and where? Oh, right, it has a different Discord name. Negareaper, and from there, we'll figure some stuff out from there.
Yeah, we'll get where we need to go. And Lunar. I mean, as long as we were just like talking about gotchas, chat. Does anybody know anything about Arknights? Like, is that game good?
Oh, oh my gosh! I mean, you're lucky you're not on a Twitch.tv/Ready30 stream, because all the mods would be flaming you right now.
Oh my god!
Arknights is definitely the official licensed SoCal BB Tag community game. So I'm licensed, basically held at gunpoint to say that it's great. I do play it myself. It's fun. It's fun.
Okay, I do like BB Tag, so maybe I'll look into it. Maybe I will look into that game. For now, I'll look at this game. At Lunar. Oh my goodness. The Noel versus evil Noel, I guess.
You can say that.
Yeah. Starting my career in like Street Fighter, I'm incapable of denoting characters any other way. If you have two versions of them, one of them is evil. Here we go. Lunar already trying to get something started, but Paula, good use of the moon skills there. Going to find a lot of damage. That was a lot of damage.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, gonna get the vortex going. See how Paula's equipped to deal with it, utilizing that newfound meterless invincible DP. But Lunar was just staying patient, gonna be able to get the punish, and we're back at it.
I have commentated the Lunar match before. The one time WNF did Melty Blood, and it looked a lot like that, just like looping, right? You put down the trap, and then just kind of do whatever. It's just really, really, really frustrating RPS, and now, yeah, Lunar able to just stand back and zone. I dare you to get hit by any of this. Paula, probably going to try and make it their business to stay at least the mid-range. Does have the halberd to make it a little bit easier. Doesn't have to be all up in your grill, all up in your what, but still going to need to not get hit by Lunar in these situations, who is now finding everything they want, going to go ahead and put down the traps. You have to make a decision. Good escape from Paula. Good use of the shield. Yeah, now that it's there, unless you're going to run across it, you get to just charge. Nice use of the shield again. Paula.
Man, great routing on that airborne black key pickup. That's not very easy. Indeed, Paula showing mastery of this character, but Lunar, a master of their character as well. You just have to guess about it. If you want to block, you have to guess. Oh man, this should be it. Yeah, Lunar, fantastic when it comes to optimizing routes in those need to kill scenarios, as I would say. And gonna be up 1-0 against Paula. Just another day, another tournament here for Lunar. Like they did a fantastic run in the PS4 side of things. They're so close to winning after like getting like basically 9 games straight in their losers run. So trying to carry that momentum here.
We'll see exactly how this goes. Lunar already up a game, showing why they are known to be one of the strongest Melty players. Period. Not in the anything, just period.
Woo. Wow, I can't believe Paula got the better of that exchange on the moon skills. Lunar is kind of like a little bit off beat right now, trying to reset back to neutral, but Paula just throwing these black keys at them constantly to keep them in check.
Running low on them though, but 3 black keys is a lot of value you can get. Yeah, now down to 2, but this is not going to feel good. A drop, but Paula understanding that they need to keep up that pressure even if they're not getting a combo. Here we go. Lunar going to die, actually. Shield War's not quite going their way.
All right, Paula's showing they have a little bit of life in them, trying to get into this top 8. Man, that was a shimmy of a lifetime. Lunar just running up, mean look, and then the IED to bait out the throw. Look at the payout for it.
Nice use of shield to avoid any having to block, having to deal with any directional mix-ups. Lunar firing on all cylinders this game, as you said, even in the beginning, making very good use of shimmies, making very good use of the understanding of their opponent, likely understanding their tendencies now as well. But Paula, not any kind of slouch, able to adapt as well. Can you adapt fast enough to take this round? Not this time. Still, not the end of the world. You have another round to play.
Yeah.
Shake it off.
Yeah, and Paula's like locked a little bit on resources, right? They have the moon skill, they have the magic circuit. What's significant is like since they didn't pop moon drive, sorry. Oh no, I was gonna say since they didn't pop it when Lunar got started in the previous round, they can use it defensively to freeze the screen when Lunar sets up the vortex. That's less the case right now, but oh no, couldn't get a pop up 3BC.
It's unfortunate, but definitely understandable. Could have used it in a defensive capacity to neutralize or at least weaken the vortex. Can't do that now, just needs to win and is going to try and do that. Has the corner, had the corner, past tense.
Yeah, and this is where things get rough. Here comes the vortex. Paula does not have that moon drive available. This gets popped with the overhead, giving Lunar free reign to mix without having to think too much about the counterplay. We're cycling it again. Paula in trouble.
Nice use the shield, shield B. But that was not great. You're dead.
That will do it. Yeah, Lunar gonna be able to get the 2-0 victory over Paula and move into the top 8.
Yeah. Well.
All right, well, with that, appreciate everybody's patience, but we do have a top 8 deduced. So on loser side will be Lunar versus Yui. We also have Yusuro versus Nico May, which may be playing out right now. But we're going to be hopping back over to our winner site now. A match that we'll have later will be Shinigami and Negareaper. But for now, we're going to be going over to Cowey and Low.
Cowey and Low.
So yeah, this will be Miyako versus Ciel.
Yep. Cowey Low to decide the winner's final. Well, half the winner's final.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good one. PCL has definitely taken over the Arcus, who took over the Heatwave PS4 side of things. I think Ciel between Low and Yui is the character that's kind of taking over the PC side of things. But it is cool to see Cowey doing this well. Like, Miyako is a character that's had like a troubled history on launch, and basically for the early stages of the meta of this game, she was considered to be a fantastic character, like top 3 for sure, just going out of control. Since the nerfs, the narrative around this character has been like pretty underwhelming, and a lot of people have left the character. But Cowey is one who is still getting great results and great performances with the character despite the nerfs. It's just showing how this character can be played in this late stage of the game as we head into like a year of it being out.
Yeah, definitely. I knew she was considered pretty good initially, like you were saying, but I know I've seen quite a few of them already. All of the ones you have, though, all the ones here, they're strong players. So, like, more than just the character strength, they have made it evident that they are putting in the work and grinding what they need to be able to win with their character. What's really bothering me is that I haven't seen any Akiha in this bracket. You guys are killing me. I'm trying to steal, bro.
You should have commentated PS4. X Demons had a great run. I think they made top 8.
Oh man, the wrong one this time. Sucks. Oh well. Either way, Low looking good, having this pressure, having the corner, and having a round already, and in short order. Short order cook, getting it done, 30 minutes or less. Cowey needing to find something to do here. Dragon kick. Now you can get things started, right? Just rebeat, keep things safe, I agree, but I do not agree with getting kicked in your face. Ciel is not going to go easy on this little girl. She is like the Torturer Supreme or something.
That's a great name for her, actually.
Yeah.
I constantly call Ciel like the bully. I call her the bully character in this game because everything she does is just so oppressive. It feels awful to fight against, like... Oh my god.
Yep. The shield wars are in full effect. Cowey able to come out on top of that. I was not expecting how it ended, but in the chat behind Count, looking for something, looking to root for their guy. Low though, with something to say about it, gonna pull the Blick, the coolest fighting game gun character I've seen in a modern fighter at the very least.
Man, the Noel disrespect is insane.
Hey, that game's not modern.
You're right. True.
She is also cool though.
Yeah. I know you were talking about Happy Chaos. So.
Yeah, I was. Yes, I was. Stand that guy.
I'm with you there.
Oh, nice. Shield Wars, and the throw is gonna come out. Miyako going to get a conversion off of it, heavily scaled, but now you can start the party. Now I can get started. Jesus.
Oh yeah, off the throw, trying to go for that reset low and completely ready for it defensively.
Yeah.
Oh, but not ready for the cross up.
Yeah, the elbow to the other side is going to actually get Cowey the damage they were looking for off of the reset. Just a little bit more work to do to get it. But now, here you are, in the corner still. Gonna use the Moondrive, gonna Moondrive right back!
What the hell just happened? What type did that JC hit on? Like, she
I don't know.
Moondrive and she ended up stealing the corner. Was that a cross up?
I don't know. I didn't think I don't know. Nobody knew which side it hit on. That's why it worked.
Cowey out here. One game away from moving on into the winner's final.
One game away. Both players looking to make that happen, but only one of you can get it. Fight hard. Fight long. Fight till you can't anymore. Cowey finding the corner already, finding that good corner positioning, but all these players are so good in what's left of this bracket that getting out seems almost trivial. And Vlov showing that to be true, making their way across, going to blast her. Cowey leaving the corner, taking the corner, and going to get hit by this heat. Alright. What is up? I love the patience from Cowey, though. I love the defense and the patience. Did not wiggle at any point, just waited until they had their opportunity. Other side, I'm trying to open you up. Low, I have some defense too. I can block too. I'm not concerned about this whackness. I'm not concerned about any of this.
Okay. Yeah, this is really inching in on the victory here. 20 seconds on the clock. Cowey needs to make something happen right now. Do or die. 3 bars on deck, but Low's defense insane. Up until that throw, it's too. Yeah, he'll take the throw forever. Cowey can't get a win like this. They have the heat. What? 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 What?
Nice. Nice. Going to just stomp the flashbang. Stomping the yard to get that round. And now has this momentum, is going to take it with them.
Holy crap. And I mean, it's only been like, Cowey, I can't catch my breath. I'm just going to do that and then just win the next round in 20 seconds. Then you relax.
It's over. It's done. It's done. Got the momentum and ran with it. Ran with it immediately.
I didn't even update the scoreboard. Like, what just happened? That was insane. That was insane.
Getting it done. Getting it done in the second. Well done to Cowey. Very strong showing. A very creative way to win. And then just never let go of the driver's seat.
Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, like, just as I was saying before this match started, right? Miyako is a character who has been off the radar. Like, it is not a character that you see very often since the nerfs, but Cowey has been showing what this character is still capable of and really putting the meta on their back as they're going to be locking in that winner's final. So what's interesting about this is that Negareaper must be feeling motivated. So Reaper, they still play Miyako, but they've been playing Mash a little bit more lately. I think after seeing that, they were like, you know what? I gotta get the Miyako winners finals mirror for the culture. Cowey, I'm coming.
I'm going to try and make it happen. Reaper versus Shinigami.
So sick Nash fan tried to warn us about the best multiplayers in the world. It's been Miyako the entire time.
Yeah. We will see if Reaper can make Nash fan proud. Show us Nash fan is in fact the prophet. Shinigami Going to have something to say about it as much as he can. Showing them the sharp side of the knife, which according to this guy is all of the knife, but these elbows are pretty sharp too. If you didn't know, they can cut pretty deep. Yeah, right, Witch Reaper. That's what I was gonna say. I'm like Shinigami and also Reaper. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's pretty what's the word? Serendipitous?
Oh man.
Either way.
A $500 word right there.
Yeah, yeah. Soul Reaper getting reaped though in that first round. Negareaper is Fellow Reaper. Fellow Reaper looking very strong here. Within or without Paris. Looking good. Has to play these air footsies though. Has to try and find this hit. Has to find something. Wow. Very nice. Holding onto the shield. Alright, and there's finally a hit that's going to pay dividends. Fatal counter is going to be a massive amount of damage. Going to be corner carry. Going to be you holding these stomps. Watch your loafers, bro. It's incredibly expensive to get them unscuffed. Oh man. Oh man. Just make it last long enough to not get hit by that. But now you're playing against Nania. Here is this combo. I keep wanting to say Nanaya because of the fox, or the chipmunk, squirrel girl.
Oh yeah. Makoto Nanaya. Alright. Reaper has a solid life lead. Shinigami just trying to control the space, but Reaper just navigating around the screen so effortlessly despite the slashes. Gonna be going up game one. Then so I know you haven't seen like or maybe you have in terms of like earlier editions of Heatwave, but to educate you on the lore, when Miyako was in the meta, we had Miyako versus Miyako grand finals and winners finals damn near every week. Like I would say for like Heatwave edition like 3 through like 7, like Miyako like grand finals and like winners finals between like Abister, Omniscythe, and So Sick Nash Fan and Negareaper, like they were all just kind of interchangeably finding themselves in the position. It's been a while since that's been the case. If it ended up being Reaper versus Cowey for the winners finals, I don't know if nature is healing or if nature is dying.
Nature's dying, for sure. Nature is certainly dying. Nasu warned us. He wrote a book about that. This is unfortunate. But Shinigami can save us all. Can make it happen. He's gonna summon his alter ego to do it. Right, Masato? I know a Miyako main that downplays the ever-living mess out of this character.
Oh my god, the cross-up.
Oh, no.
Reaper gonna be able to get the OTG pickup. Evening the life bar. Gets to go counter hit.
Oh, that's dead. No. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Shinigami. The pressure. The pressure all on them. Reaper with plenty of life and plenty of time and plenty of rounds to play with. Even if you adapt, they have plenty of time to adapt back. There's the DP. Understanding. Even with this, you have a lot of ground to cover. A lot of ground to make up. But it looks like Shinigami says, I better start walking. I better get started. Looking very strong, spinning all the meter.
Okay.
But
what?
Oh no! What?
Oh my god. Reaper had to skip the beat on this character. Look at him go with the Miyako. Okay, a little bit misjudged on the spacing for that elbow, but a massive life lead. Still has that magic circuit available. Shinigami fighting back though.
Shinigami fighting back. Indeed. Going to find some damage. Can't quite get the air throw though. That is not the best. Now this sucks. Time to play chicken. Yeah, nice shield. Alright, nothing doing on the blood heat. Reaper able to get health back, but Shinigami will take that over what it could have been. Just going to jump to the other side. Empty, jump to the other side. Low, has 2 meters, almost 3. Not quite enough to kill here. Close. You have to guess for game. You guessed correctly. Which means you get to play the game. Not that you win, not just yet. Clash frames, looking very good, looking very strong, looking very, okay, rather, for Reaper, who's going to finally get that heat, but not punish the heat coming back. Let go of the shield!
Oh my, now, wait a minute. I can't remember how to properly counterplay. I don't know if you could crouch shield it. Maybe you can?
It might be a stand shield situation. But
it
if
looks
it was
like
a stand
they
shield,
held it.
You can't crouch shield it. So yeah,
okay,
they definitely
so it was kind of like checkmate.
they held onto it. Yeah, they held onto it.
It's kind of like a checkmate since they went to the crouch shield thing.
The
That
crouch
makes
shield,
sense.
yeah. They just lost as a result of that. So it's the same as his other knife stab thing. Now, though, we are all tied up. Shinigami has made the adaptations. Negareaper has had time. Negareaper had the lead. Negareaper had more time to adapt. Now, can you show us what you got? You have to show us. My apologies. It is Fella Reaper.
Oh,
My
geez,
boy
what
Fella
has
Reaper.
happened?
Oh, that's awful.
Straight up just... Okay, neither side is gone. It was just straight up connection was lost.
Gosh darn it, fellas. Hey guys, check out the exclamation mark Matcherino. I mean, as long as we're just like chilling. Click that, do that. 2 clicks, 25 cents for those. Arizona iced tea, rip, unfortunate. I missed those. Yeah. Quick, before the match starts. Alright. I mean, I guess you get to everyone gets a chance to think. You could argue that it's a little bit worse for Shinigami since the momentum they had is might be lost, but we'll see. Going to find this combo here. And spend a little bit of cash. You get what you pay for. Oh, had the call out on the heat too, but just didn't hold it long enough. And now the shield exchanges, the shield's interactions are going Reaper's way. Counter. Okay. Oh, got the reset! That's rough. You die. Unless, alright. Mashed on the toes. Mashed on the toes to clean it up. Other side, nice Abare coming from Shinigami though. Not interested in holding that. Okay, all the swings. Ah, I could see the shield coming up, but just too slow. Shinigami, though not deterred. It's just, if I couldn't stop you, if I couldn't shield your heat, I'll just stop you from getting anything out of it. Thanks for the meter. Thanks for using all of your meter.
Ooh.
Nice throw. It was the answer.
Oh, it's gonna
Stop.
be free.
Yeah, that's it.
Final round situation here for Shinigami and Reaper. Oh my god, Shinigami just standing there menacingly. Found a fatal counter, but couldn't get the confirm afterwards.
He's just standing there menacingly. Somebody get me the... I know somebody's following. Someone sub to somebody with the with the JoJo emotes, right? The menacing. Somebody is. I need to get that in the chat real fast. Cause Shinigami looking quite menacing. Scary. I don't want to walk towards this guy. He's spending all the meter to get all the damage. Ugh, to the dirt. Thrown into the grass. Be careful of the fire ants.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know, it sucks. That's all I can think of.
Shinigami into the corner, over 4K. What do you got? Oh my god, empty jump low to bait out the stand shield. Could it be? Shiki Tono, Shinigami, Ciel? No! Maybe? Is it inevitable? Are Miyako mirrors and winners finals inevitable here?
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Charging. Here.
Oh.
Gonna get the Moon Drive DP. Gonna get it done.
And Shinigami on the Shiki Tono. Gonna be able to get the victory. Move on into winners finals. The savior of Miyako mirror winners finals, but Reaper won't be going out without a fight. There's still a chance for grand finals. You never know.
Oh man.
Yeah, Shinigami and Cowey is going to be happening a little bit later. I do have some losers quarterfinals for us. Hop it up in the meantime. As soon as Start GG like allows me to... Okay, shout us to Start GG one time. But yeah, it's going to be Low and Yusuro coming up right now. And then after that, we'll have Negareaper and Lunar.
And that'll decide our loser semifinal.
Let me go ahead and update the skull mode. Yeah, losers quarters.
This is gonna be Arcueid versus PCL.
You got it. Where is Yusuro? All right, I'm gonna have to do it to him. I have to do it to him. Hold on.
You guys have to add him.
Yeah.
You have to add him in the Discord.
No ordinary at.
No, no.
But yeah, Low Power TL has been one of the higher placing Power TLs that we've had as of late here at Heatwave, besides Omniscythe, obviously, who pretty much always gets a top 8. They just won PS4. Wasn't able to get top 8 for the PC side of things. But yeah, Low has been showing up and showing out. Now, Yusuro has had varying degrees of success against Power TL just generally. I feel like in terms of a player matchup, Yusuro may struggle in this a bit just because of the screen control and armor capabilities that a character like Power TL has. Really kind of stifles his momentum and just overall approach. But I've seen him come out on top in the past. See how they face off against Low, which is a matchup I don't think I've seen.
Sure, there's very few like unwinnable matchups in modern fighting games. So fully possible that Yusuro does come out on top here. Oh my goodness, sorry, come out on top here, and they're actually getting a good start, able to navigate the screen, not having to deal with any of Low's screen control with those large normals just yet. Low not really getting the chance to get started. Nice avoiding the DP, nice shield, nice conversion here. This hurts a lot, has 3 meter. Will not use all 3.
I think they're really thinking on that killing.
Yeah, they needed all 3 to kill in that combo, or to kill in that particular combo, but it was fine. Still gets the throw, still gets it done.
Oh my gosh.
That was interesting. I'm just gonna run up and throw you. You can do all the cool stuff you want, but if I just grab you and throw you, does it matter? Low's turn.
That had to be an input error.
Yeah, that was definitely an input error. Not going to get hugely punished for it, but still in a situation. Finding their way out of it, though. Nice use of the rebeat there.
You're afraid of the run-up throw. Low. Going low. How convenient is that?
Yeah. It is an apt name for this situation and for fighting games in general, probably. Now is sitting on a life lead, but not a pressure lead, is what I would say, except they found a hit here, and finding this combo as well. 3K and climbing. This hurts a lot. You're not dead yet, though.
I'm surprised about no Arc drive finish. Arc is one of those characters that I would think you would want to kill if you have the opportunity to do so, but low, just spinning the 1 bar, able to come out meter positive with 3 bars going into this round 3 altogether, not bad.
Yeah, if you feel confident you can hold on to it, then, you know. But I do understand what you're saying. It's like, probably just spend it. You can get the meter back. You can't get the round that you lost back.
Oh, bars.
But now, low, having taken some damage, got the pressure, had the pressure. Here comes Yusuru, though. Just gonna do it?
Yeah, moon skill version at that. Unfortunately, didn't have the full combo available. So Low gonna be able to stabilize a bit. You can see Low trying to create that space. He does a dash that leads into nothing. But Yusuru, where are the combos at, player?
Gotta be careful here. Doesn't want to deal with the scripture. Alright. Yusuru surviving that nerve-wracking situation. Gonna go ahead and block this out. Find the Uzumaki barrage. Moon drive to get the extension and get the arc drive conversion. You don't survive this.
Yeah, perfectly executed combo there from Yusuru as they get 1 game up, 1 away from moving on into the losers semis. And really just kind of navigating around this perfectly. Like, I feel like Low is just kind of like playing on the back foot, trying to establish some screen control and deterring Yusuru's approach. But Yusuru's really been able to find these opportunities for the moon skill elbow, for the IADs, and just keeping Low in close quarters.
Now Low trying to make some changes, trying to amend the situation. But nice DP. It works. I mean, it works. It doesn't matter the game. Just DP, get off me. Still, Low going to find yet another conversion. Cheap DP damage means nothing to me. Going to spin the meter to make it really hurt.
Ooh, say no. No moon drive available, so couldn't really have a counteraction to that.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate situation. Good use of the barrage to get out of there. Good use of meter, but you're just back in the corner now. Like, you can find these cheeky things, you can find these supers, you can find the just do it situations, but you have to make them count for the long term too. Low just able to neutralize Yusuru's attempts to do that. So Yusuru now needing to readapt to Low's adaptation.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah, shielding on the safe jump to try to skip from the corner with the shield B follow-up with the moon drive activation. Low. Uh-oh.
Nice. Gonna get the grab, gonna get the counter, gonna get these claws into the dirt with you. Get some mud on your outfit. Low. Now kind of getting smoky. I'm gonna get the pull in, gonna get a lot of damage. 41k. 4.1k coming in, the heat coming out, the life going down, Yusuru taking the round. Very strong showing.
That's rough if you're Low, man. Really committed to that heat. Now they only have 1 bar to work with. As Yusuru sitting on all the resources in the world, swinging away to deter against the arc approach. Needs more of that, but I can understand why they're hesitant. Yusuru's been using the elbow time and time again to navigate. What is the shield war?
Shield war was crazy. They brought everything to it. Yusuru coming out on top. Okay, going to get the corner conversion here. Couldn't quite finish it. And Low going to make their way out with the shield B follow-up. Fatal counter coming in. What's the play? What is the play? Low, getting all of this damage, getting this combo.
I was gonna say, I imagine they're gonna do heat. No, you're insane. Yeah. Oh no, punish!
Couldn't get the punish, but will get the meter off of Yusuro. Not the worst situation, but you're definitely not happy about missing that punish if you're low.
Oh, that's gonna do it.
Oh no, yeah, the fatal counter on the beat follow-up.
Jeez, you can tell that Yusuro is just like smelling blood and wanted to desperately didn't want to go to a game 3. Like they were just hoping that the Hail Mary arc drive would just catch Low doing something so they could just like instantly reclaim momentum and potentially win. They stifled their macro game in doing so because they lost access to a very like reasonable or functional heat that could have like given them more life back to win the long game. And now, I think what they were trying to avoid is inevitable. The round 3, starting out strong thus far, though.
Yusuro starting off quite strong. Gonna get the conversion off of the throw in the corner. Good shield. Needed to do something there. That was the option of choice on the side of Low. Is now slinging chains and bullets.
Ooh.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Barrage coming in, no Moondrive used, not interested in really extending that unless it's going to kill. I can't say I blame you. Okay, makes their way out, stand up. Named Low playing the 2 standing overhead characters. Yeah, very true. Maybe it's a bait. It's a bait. Yusuro going to find a hit, but a little bit too high to get the full conversion. Still stay in that corner. I don't want you out of it. The 3C.
Man. How much more Peter positive can you be going into an advantageous round 2? Yusuro having literally everything on arc. Extremely threatening, but Low. Once again, just covering that space where Yusuro's trying to navigate on the ground.
Now, here, going to go for it. Nice use of the shield on either side to mitigate the situation, mitigate the danger of the situation, but Yusuro will come out on top, will swing the Rekkas out, the C Rekkas rather. Here we go. Get the heat. Oh, man. Definitely going to be banking more on shield as the match goes on because it's coming down to the wire. Yusuro has the corner, has the damage. Air throw. 43-20. Pretty good. Are you dead here? Not quite, right?
It's going to be close, honestly. It's going to be very close.
A lot of damage.
It might be. He has another super.
He has another super.
Yup.
Yeah, that's it. It was just enough to get it finished. Optimal. I'm going to say optimal. Yusuro moving right along.
There we go. So yeah, Yusuro guaranteed top 4. It's just a solid performance overall for Yusuro between PS4 and PC, representing for Arc. They're going to be fighting the winner of our next match. Will be Negareaper and Lunar. After that, we'll be hopping back over to our winners final, and we'll have top 4 ready to go.
All right. Let's see exactly how this plays out. We have Lunar in the lobby already prepared. And Negareaper. Go ahead. Go ahead, chat. I know you want to say it. What, Reaper?
All right, we are good to go. Losers quarterfinal. Reaper not opting for the mash. Do want to go for the Miyako. I don't know if it's just a sense of a cowey inspiration that's allowing for this pick, because they pinged me before the tournament and they were just like, I'm going far with Mash. And I was like, do you mean the character or your playstyle? And he was like, both.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I mean, he has been going far, but like ever since the Cowey match, looks like they've been mostly on Miyako, so.
Yeah, probably as you get further along, right, you're fighting the likes of Lunar and things like that. You want to be on something that you know is comfortable, as comfortable for you as possible. Alright. Lunar already trying to get this party started and will do just that. It's getting exactly what they want here. Getting this conversion, going to set the traps and start the vortex. Good shield. Right, and good shield from Lunar BC to get out of the situation entirely. Right. Now it's just all air footsies. The air neutral looking good. Both these players know exactly where they want to be. Lunar getting the better of truly being there.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Lunar didn't take that round in a typical way between like Vortex and such. It was mostly just from staying on top of Reaper and coming out on top in neutral exchanges. Now, this time around, I don't think that's going to be the story. Off this starter, having this much bar, we're going to rinse and repeat.
Nice grabs, probably looking for the shield attempt. Negareaper had showed that they were more than happy to do it the last time the Vortex was there. Wow, perfect. But yes, not to ignore what you were saying, absolutely correct. Every time I see Lunar win, every time I've seen a Lunar win, it's been off the back of the Vortex. Except for that round where it wasn't that. We have a is there lore to this matchup? I'm sorry, because the chat seems to be very invested.
I don't know the details of it, so I don't want to speak on it.
Okay. Maybe someone in the chat can fill me in. I know we got SSNM in here. Or SSNF. I know letters, man.
No, I'm telling you. Oh, Nash fan is in the chat. Nash fan.
Yeah.
Nash fan, you cursed us. Freaking with your video about the top multiplayer, saying that Miyako has been the best all along. We have potentially 2 Miyakos in top 4. How could you? My gosh. We haven't had a Miyako in top 8 in centuries.
Man, and now we could be looking at one in grand finals, possibly, but Reaper first has to climb the mountain that is Lunar. And that is a pretty good start. Brought the climbing gear. Scaling the face of K2 here. And that was an interesting choice. And this will finish you.
Alright,
The lore is that Reaper dodges constantly. Okay. Okay. Oh, now I understand the lore, I guess. Thanks. I did not get it. Alright, gonna just go ahead and drop the traps regardless. I don't need to hit you, I'll just do it. And here comes the setup. There goes the DP though. I don't want to play that game. RPS isn't fun.
DP. Oh my gosh, just swinging away.
Tetsu Zonko coming in out of nowhere. Lunar though, able to course correct, avoids the iceberg. That is what that situation could have been. Now just going to go ahead and leave, not interested in dealing with shield follow-ups after being stopped from the Vortex situation. Nice elbow. Nice heat. Nice hit. Flashbang.
Oh my god, gets the throw. Are they going to reset with this? No, they're going to be going for the side swap confirmation. Couldn't get the pickup. What a trade. Lunar can't find the combo.
This is not the best situation. Was that an A follow-up off the shield? Right. No, that wasn't. That was just a button, but Reaper getting it done.
Tying it up 1-1, and I mean the pacing of this match is actually catching me a little bit off guard, because Lunar as of late has been playing games very slow. Like they'll set up like a whole bunch of spikes from full screen and throw projectiles at you. Lunar in this matchup, I mean, you see the first 10 seconds of this match, they did like 4 run-up DPs. Like they're taking the fight to Reaper in a way that I haven't really seen them take a fight to anyone else.
Have to making the adaptation for the player, I imagine maybe they just feel more comfortable being aggressive against Miyako. I have to ask them, but either way, there's the vortex, and there's, if you survive this, there's another one for you. I don't think you do though. You don't. Big damage.
All right, Lunar on match point right now. Reaper has 4 bars to work with. The damage could be insane, but yeah, Lunar, like, these run-up DPs are crazy. I think it's catching Reaper off guard.
For sure, going to take advantage of that too. Avoid the blood heat. Avoid that situation. Avoid any life you think you're going to gain from it. And put you in a bad way. Lunar's looking to get this done and will do just that. No better way to win than to this incredibly fire song, actually. I need to like start going through the music in this game because I keep using the same song. That song is very good. Lunar looking quite mighty. And moving right along in this bracket to be the person that will face Yusura.
That is correct, Mundo. That'll be happening a little bit later as we have our top 4 deduced. We're actually going to be jumping back to the winner's side, which means I need to hit the start button and change room settings the first to 3 because we have a winner's final to play out, and that is the rule set for that. So it will be Shinigami and Cowey. Let me get it set up on the stream here. Not Cowet. Winners finals. Be out here. What the match arena looking like? I hope you guys used all the codes by now.
There's no way that there's codes left. And
there's still 14 left for PS4 and
no way.
8 left for PC. That's good, but it's not good enough. Please use the codes if you haven't already. Free 25 cents. So many people have done it. It just takes a couple seconds of your time. Support the players, support the pot, support Melty Blood type Lumina as we get into this winners finals between Shinigami and Cowey.
Yeah, we'll get you the video. They're gonna use those codes.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Here we go. You're gonna get right into it. And Cowey's gonna get hit immediately. Shinigami going to make this count too, spending some cheddar to make it hurt. That's Maigo, Starcross _ claiming 1 on both platforms. Now, need to find a hit. Both players trying to find a hit that will yield some good results, and there is Cowey. Not the most damaging hit, but gave the corner and gave the situation.
Okay, off the safe jump. Oh, Shinigami able to get around that defensively fantastically. Now, what do they want here? I gotta imagine they're gonna want to heat.
Yeah.
Not exactly.
Okay. Now we're here. The heat coming out. Cowey with no meter left to play with, but is gonna find the A shield follow-up. Both jumps there, but nice Abari coming from Shinigami.
That is big for Shinigami to show that they're ready for ahead of time. Poking on the Miyako cross-up shows that they're defensively aware of what the character can dish out. Cowey finding this hit, not gonna be in, will it? No, I think they're lucky ender.
There's 2 seconds left. There's 0 seconds left.
What a wild first round.
Starcross _ yeah, are you gonna take that? That's cool. Man. Now Shinigami. Trying to answer back. Trying to make something happen. A nice shield. Okay, now you're sitting here holding this Miyako pressure. Baji-Quan pressure hits different. A lot of carry off of that. But Shinigami going to fire back here. Big combo coming in. This music is relaxing me. Jeez Louise. Other side. Empty jump to the other side.
Okay, yeah, less of a slow burner than the first round between these two. Cowey and the initial hit here. I think we're trying to go for a reset.
Yeah, most likely understanding that you're not going to get much off of continuing combo like that if you even can. Better to look for the reset. Even better to find a fatal counter though. Going to get a lot doing there. And Moondrive's coming out on both sides. Mutual armament for mutual destruction.
Oh my god, wait, they actually vertically cleared the blood heat. They just didn't land in time to get the punish. That's not very easy to do, but Cowey being able to deny Shinigami the blowback from the blood heat and stay on top of them with offense. They're going to be getting game one.
Game one, and well earned, especially, like you said, clearing that blood heat vertically. More than anything, that was, I have never seen that before. I've never actually seen that happen. I didn't even know it was possible. And this is a Miyako and winners finals, isn't it? I need to at somebody.
Let them know.
I'm sick of listening to this guy cry about the character. No, man, you're just bad.
The truth bomb.
The truth bomb, actually. He's gonna listen to this, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I said that. First to 10, if you think I'm wrong.
But that's when they'll come to him and be like, you know what, Cowey is just simply outplaying all their opponents. Like,
oh my god, yeah, they're like, well, it's not the character, it's the player, okay?
They'll look at it, be like, what? Cowey, low tier hero, my goat.
Oh yeah. Guy's playing bottom one, bro. Cowey, putting on a clinic for the characters, playing that first round impressively. Throw, back throw, yeah. What are you gonna look for here? Yeah, just gonna get the air throw, get the pressure, and the fatal counter. That stand shield was risky. Cowey. Cowey's kind of in the driver's seat here, feeling pretty okay. Not enough life ahead to feel comfortable blazing off. Still going to have to be on their P's and Q's because Shinigami will take everything that you give them and has a mess of meter. Has to be careful. Has to be very careful. This situation always reminds me of Samurai Showdown. Have to be careful. It's very scary. Eason is active, not trying to get smoked for aggressing. Cowey, understanding that. I play this game. I know what's going on. I know how to reset you. I know how to take the round. I know how to go up 2 games to 0.
Yeah, Shinigami now. Previously having success against Negareaper, right? And able to navigate around that Miyako matchup. Not really finding the same success against Cowey, who's just consistently taking the fight over to them. I think Cowey's overall air mobility is fantastic, and really the rush down, just cycling the offense so well, threatening safe jumps, doing the empty jump loads instead, and just keep Shinigami on their toes.
Yeah. Yeah. Making it work. Making it count, and yes, CG, you would actually be a real one. I mean, simply for being like the people's champ of Wednesday night fights for Strive. But yes, also one of the few people that really did stick with that soul character. Right, gonna use both jumps there. Already has the corner, not interested, not feeling like they need the second jump to mix this guy, and proving it. Alright.
What a safe jump. That was so good. That's how you know
Very.
it's real. The frame 1 clash frames, able to get the shield afterwards, guaranteed to punish. Cowey is on game point with a 3-0. So sick Nashville, what have you done?
And you're gonna just blame it on Sussex Nashville?
Yes! He predicted this! He's the prophet!
Oh no. Oh no. So sick Nostradamus. Making this bracket a lot harder to watch, but Shinigami trying to fix this. Oh, and fixing it indeed. The CG, I always commentate Wednesday Night Fight. I do always see you. I was actually the person who put the Unlimited Blade Works copy pasta in there when you were playing. Definitely know it is noticed. Understand that it is noticed, even if that soul character is less fun now. And here we go. Shinigami able to take that round, but needs to make something happen like 3 games back to back, because Cowey only needs to win 1 more. But here's Nania.
Yeah, that's a good way to start. 5.7k gets the throw after. Cowey spinning the moon drive. That could have been crazy.
That could have been really awful.
Work.
Nice use of the shield. I don't want to deal with any of that. Keep your Chris Angel gimmicks to yourself. Shinigami says no. You can't kill here, but it is guess for game.
Oh my god. Yo, the chase!
Oh, found it. Found it. You die. There's a super here.
What?
No way.
Oh my gosh.
Nania normals. Nania specials. Nania specials. Yeah, that sucks.
I can't believe it. I thought that Cowey would for sure go for elbow into arc drive.
That is what everyone thought. It's just not what happened here.
Well, Shinigami getting a game on the board. Really, I mean, in terms of just overall pacing and everything, the last round was looking like it was in their favor. Just that clutch hit from Cowey that we thought would be fatal, not quite being the case, but see if Shinigami's going to be able to keep up the momentum from there.
As long as, I mean, Shinigami, once you reach a certain level, right, you're not really sitting there thinking about tilting anymore. It's like, what do I gotta do to win? It's gonna be less tilt and more just, it's not over till it's over, and Shinigami is one of those people. It's not over till it's over. Evidence of that, they're on the board, even after being back 2-0. Oh, no, though. Cowey can't finish it here, but you have got to guess per game. You guessed wrong. Guess per round, rather. Next time that happens is guess per game.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Here comes Cowey yet again. 1 round up. We've seen this position before.
Yeah, you have to finish it. We know you have the skill, but you have to finish it. You might know Kung Fu, but you have to show them.
Want to see my Kung Fu? I'll show you.
So sick of actually fighting that character. She's trying, though. She's trying to make do like the goat, like the classic, that Chun Lucy.
What? You botted me there. I was not ready for that.
Can you do it? She can't. She can get it done.
And Cowey gonna be able to get the 3-1 victory over Shinigami. Move on into grand finals. Winner's side. Oh snap! I misreported.
Oh no, not like this.
It's fine. Star GG let me fix it. Oh, let me get the these. They are cycling in and out extremely fast. It's gonna be Yusuro and Lunar.
And Lunar.
Loser semis. I haven't even changed the freaking There we go. There we go.
So I know a lot of people don't like fighting Dead Apostle Noel, but like I do enjoy seeing the vortex. I always am interested in how that's going to play out.
Really?
Yes. Yes. Yes, man.
I'm just, you know, that's not something I commonly hear. That's not something I feel. But you know, you like what you like.
That's not
I'm
something I
judge.
Like I like that set play type beat, you know, like discs and rings. I play Akia in this game. I played Milia in that other game. If I can see somebody get set played, it's pretty cool. Hey, check this out. Oh man. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. It's gonna happen again. You just have to guess. It's a grab. You're still alive though. It's fine. Man. And now Lunar just trying to zone here. Doesn't have to do anything super special. Has so much of a life lead that they don't have to take any risks. And that makes it ever harder.
Man, and I've just seen this from Lunar before. Like, I mean, I just saw it about like 3 hours ago. The Lunar to Losers run between PS4 was ridiculous, right? They were just like pretty much running into no roadblocks and just looking fully in control of all their matches. The Reaper match, a little bit different on momentum, and it ended up going 2-1. But I mean, Lunar just looks like they're digging into the same type of mindset that they had during that PS4 Losers run for this match against Yusura.
Trying their best. Yusura was able to get a little bit of something started there in the beginning, but like now it's your regularly scheduled programming, right? This is happening. Lunar's getting these hits. Lunar's gonna get the set play, and now you just have to, yeah, you're gonna have to use resources to kind of escape that situation. But even that was only very brief. Lunar now going to, yeah, just gonna cash out on damage.
Okay, I was close to being it, not quite.
Yeah, not quite. Have to watch the shield or the heat threat, and it was a pretty easy call out from Lunar, probably understanding that there was nothing but a pixel and nothing left for Yusura to play with. So safe bet, and Lunar taking that first game in short order.
Here we go. We've seen Yusura time and time again kind of brute force their way through these matchups where people can kind of keep them out. Like we've seen them come up advantageous against Ciel. In the past, I've seen them come up advantageous against the Vlov. But this Dead Apostle Noel putting a little bit of a wrench into that plan. Lunar just really controlling the pace of everything you see. The spike activation and Yusura just not being allowed to move.
Yeah, Yusura, yeah, just kind of stuck in jail. Stuck here, Akon type beat, locked up, not getting out. So, they're gonna have to do something about that prison break because they're just stuck here.
Yeah, this is rough. This is not the type of Lunar that you want to fight, where they're just zoned in, everything is working, they're feeling confident, they're executing perfectly, and you're just not getting a chance to play the game.
It feels really bad when that happens, and that's just fighting games, right? Sometimes you have those times when just nothing goes right for you, everything goes right for your opponent. Yusura trying to take fate into their own hands. Lunar, though, more than ready to shield that. Yeah, just gonna look to open you up with a little bit of the basic. Get this vortex started again. There's... okay. No. Lunar. The Uzumaki Barrage coming from Yusura. And now, here comes Yusura, able to play. Going to put on this pressure. Run up. That shield, trying to navigate these projectiles from the sky. Being put out by Lunar. Just wants to make their way in, wants to close this out, just barely alive.
I can't believe he didn't do a bigger combo. This is not the character you want to leave alive, but it works out.
Works out in the end, yeah. History doesn't remember how you got there, just that you got there. Yusuro taking the round. Go again. Alright. This is gonna be scary. Lunar not with a life lead, but more than happy to play back. Has a lot of time to amend the situation. Oh my goodness. Going to find the hit. Going to find that inch. Going to find the vortex. What do you got? Nice throw. Oh no, the back of your dome. You gotta watch that, but no fatal counters coming through. Lunar standing there menacingly, watching you, trying to assess you, going to go over the low normal with the IAD and kill you for it.
That will be it. Lunar with the 2-0 victory over Yusuro. Gonna be making that run yet again into losers finals at least. The Lunar losers run, I hate to keep mentioning it, but it was impressive. What they did for PS4 was exactly this pace, where they're just running their opponent straight into the grand finals and then resetting the bracket thereafter. Different opponents standing their way this time. We do have losers finals coming up with Shinigami and Lunar. Shinigami already in. Don't start up. No, wait. Chill.
Yeah.
All right, you're good now. You're good.
Now, you could Vortex Yusuro. Can you do the same to Shinigami? And Cowey waits for the winner.
We shall have to see. Miyako, Shiki, and Noel for the top 3. Arc finishing in 4th. Great heat wave action all day today. We just appreciate all 178 of you that are watching. Unreal that this has just become a constant around here. We're talking like a over 60-person bracket for a bi-weekly tournament, and it's been constantly like that. PS4 have been rising as well. The viewership has just been great for like the past couple months or so. Just wanted to take some time to just say thank you all for the support over at PlusFramesGG. We always got you covered with Melty Blood type Lumina as we head on into this losers finals. Right. Shinigami the Shiki is saying that you're nothing to be afraid of.
Big words, man. Big words. Now, though, show us. Gonna have to show us. Just dropping these projectiles. Slow play coming from the Lunar, and Shinigami needing to try and find a way in. But does have those advancing moves. So you're not exactly safe where you think you might be safe. Still, Shinigami not safe anywhere, getting hit and getting put in the vortex. This is all Lunar was looking for, and was definitely going to have a contingency for the Shield BC situation. Lunar going to get hit here. Shinigami now finally finding some way to get started, finding the corner, finding the hit, finding this pressure. Backdash. But if you backdash so much, you now have to find your way back in against Lunar.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the traps are so good.
Yeah, Lunar just slow burn, right? Shinigami can't really seem to get a crumb of offense going against his defensive playstyle, just setting up the minefield.
Setting up the minefield indeed, but Shinigami getting the EOD crew to help him out. He's here, making his way through, makes his way past No Man's Land, and is now in Lunar's face, or slicing Lunar in the face, more likely. Nice shield coming from Lunar. Shield into nothing. It is still an underrated option as far as just like random net play goes. But Lunar now trying to get this going, dropping thorns all over the place. Counter. Nice use of the moon skill DP. You're still one hit away from winning if you're Shinigami. Lunar has these conversions though. You know who else is one hit away from winning?
Lunar.
Lunar. The answer is Lunar.
Luna.
Mickey Mouse DP. I had to Google the origins of that. Mickey Mouse.
Clubhouse?
No. It's actually a reference to the, I don't remember which year it was, but it was a COVID year for NBA Finals. It was held in Orlando at Disney World.
Oh.
So the ring that LeBron James got, because there was something less in, there was something that made it less competitive because it was a shortened year. So that ring is considered a Mickey Mouse ring because you didn't have to work as hard for it.
Oh yeah, I've heard that narrative before, and they played like everything in the bubble, and there was no crowd.
Yeah, the bubble. Yeah. Exactly that. But Lunar now stuck in this corner. No Mickey Mouse gameplay coming from Shinigami here. Who's gonna close this out? Taking that round.
Alright.
Standing there. I think I would be scared if I played against somebody who just stood there round start. Like one of the cooler things about Melty Blood is that we can move before the round starts. And this guy's just standing here. He must know something I don't.
Yeah, they do that quite a lot. I don't know how I feel about it in this matchup specifically because Shinigami's gotten most success by being up close, and rightfully so. Like Lunar has been really zoning their opponents out and digging into that mindset. So.
Nice mobility, nice use of mobility there to get out of a really awkward situation.
Oh my god.
And now Lunar going to make sure that decision pays dividends. Thorns down, traps out, life down. Those are armor clash frames, rather.
Lunar 10 steps ahead off that moon skill, so Shinigami not going to be having the moon drive to work with, as Lunar is just one game away from moving on into match point of the losers finals.
The chess on Lunar's side. Traps. What are you gonna do? Going to make sure they're actually getting all of the meter back to Lunar. No way. Going to get the trap set up. You weren't prepared. You weren't prepared for any of this. I don't think you survived this. You don't. You're way past it.
There it is, Lunar. Continuing the losers run strong. They want their run back with Cowey. It's so crazy how this is the exact same narrative.
This is first to 3.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think Lunar has to win one more, right?
Yeah, they still need one
more.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I misunderstood you. Yeah, no, they're trying to get that run back. Trying to get, just trying to get that win. If they did it on PlayStation, right? They couldn't quite pull it off because Omnisite took it.
Yeah.
But you can win a tournament.
Yeah, it's funny because Omnisite is the one that sent them to losers, and then they went full fury through losers, reset the bracket, and Omnisite took it. Cowey is the one that sent them to losers. They're going full fury through losers. If they get the win over Shinigami, I'm thinking that they don't want history to repeat itself.
Yeah, it would be really, really unfortunate. Alright. Oh! Just gonna go across the screen. Nice shield into nothing from Shinigami. And it's going to pay off. A big bet. Works out in their favor. No. That's a lot of damage. Going to drop these traps. And gonna go for the grab because either option wins. If you get hit by the mix-up, if you die, if you get hit by the grab, you die. May as well just go for the grab because I know you're watching the mix-up. Lunar on match point.
Oh my gosh.
Has these conversions too.
Yeah, just slapping the skies, having full knowledge of how Shinigami's trying to approach and from where. And Shinigami just can't catch a break. I'm really impressed by Lunar's ability to react to these shield beasts and punish them. Like, he's been doing that against like a good majority of his opponents today.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't make top 8 at EVO without having these on deck. So, not surprised about this. Not surprised that they're ready with these conversions. Not surprised they're ready with these the situational knowledge that got them this 3-0. Had them moving on. I will win a tournament today, I promise.
Here we go. Let's see if they're able to do it. Lunar earning the right to get the run back against Cowey, who's been waiting with the fate of the evolution of the NA Melty Blood type of Lumina meta on their shoulders. Will Miyako make a return and have people questioning if she was ever bad in the first place, or if people were just gaslighting all along?
I mean, regardless of anything, right? The Miyako is going to be in first or second place.
True.
So it's yeah, I mean, we'll see.
We will see who comes away with this.
Check it out, y'all. This is gonna be the final match of the night, potentially final 2 matches if we have a reset. Thank you for nearly using all of the match arenas for PC. There's still 3 left. Go ahead and hit the claim code while we get strapped up for this grand finals. Do the same for PS4. They got 10 left. Both pots are over $60. Oh crap, somebody direct donated to PC. Hold on. BKP, thank you for the $8 donation. I see you. Oh, and Jackmate, $12 donation for the Cowey funds. I see you.
For the Cowey funds.
Alright, Cowey trying to keep that momentum. Wants to get this done in 1. Does not want to be put in a situation where they're having to fight from the loser's bracket they've fought so hard to avoid this entire tournament. And has the answer to that particular Vortex situation too. Cowey looking strong already, but there are at least 3 games to go. We haven't even finished 1 yet. Now guess. Yeah, nice TP, going to go ahead and jump cancel, but nothing doing on anything else.
Man, oh man, Cowey just picking up from where they left off. This is a match that we didn't get to see on stream. So, yeah, in terms of what Cowey was putting Lunar under, we don't necessarily know. We know they took a 2-0 though.
Yeah, Star, it was Cowey who put Lunar here. But we'll see if they can repeat, if history will repeat. Okay, these blocks are coming in. Oh, but Cowey gonna find a hit there. It should have been a big hit. I almost said a big hit, but it was not quite that. The stomp is gonna let them in, avoiding the trap and punishing the attempt of the activation.
Oh man, slam dunk with the JC. Not gonna be enough to kill though.
This does not punish the, okay, punishes this. It spins meter, puts $1 on it just to make sure it's real. It was off stream, CG.
And man, Lunar, I remember you was conflicted, misusing your influence, maybe running for answers right now, trying to figure out a way around this Miyako, because like this just seemed to be the bane of their existence. Such a solid losers run, such a solid run in this tournament altogether, but the Miyako army is rising again.
As it begins, so it ends. And Cowey trying to make sure it does end. Oh, here we go. Lunar. Not in a good situation. In a worse situation now. Just creeped up and blessed to the toes.
Oh jeez.
No, just hitting. Just hitting you. Just hitting you now. I don't know. You're just kind of getting hit. I don't know. Oh, Jesus, bro. Come on. Miyako is indeed gaming. Alright, here's the vortex. Here's what Lunar wants. Going to definitely recycle the situation.
What in the world?
Oh my goodness. Recycling the situation here. It comes, but Cowey able to use the moon drive. Able to just leave. Time is on your side when you have moon drive. Very nice. Lunar taking a round. Stomp. Yeah, going to try and stop the charge there. Possibly find a way in. Not quite doing though. Cowey, gonna get that pressure. Shield into nothing is so good, and Lunar knows it. Going to make very good use of that. Here we go. Drop the thorns. Drop the trap. Were you crop shielding? Why were you doing that? Check out this fatal counter. Lunar's asking, why are you crouch shielding?
Oh my god. Oh,
That was a fatal counter, but couldn't get a big conversion on it. Nice use of the shield on either side. Here comes Cowey.
No way. Punishing the landing. Does not have heat on the brain quite yet. Once it gets a mix, the double overhead.
My goodness, there's some mix. There is some mix that they were looking for. Now,
do you just not hitting heat? Do you just refuse to do it?
It's gonna happen here. It's gonna happen here. It's gonna happen.
You're insane.
No, it's not. It would have been a bad idea anyway. They were standing on the traps. I would have done it there because I am bad. But that's fine. Lunar on the board. Taking time. No reason not to think about it. We should probably check the Discord. Make sure they're not like complaining about something. So make sure something didn't go wrong. All right, looks like we're going right back into it.
All right.
Throw down.
Oh my god, just run straight into the spikes. Yeah, looking like the roadblocks here from Lunar is a little bit more present. Not allowed for Cowey to get in as easily, and now the Oki starting to be a little bit more threatening here, and this is the snowball potential that we expect from Lunar matches.
Yep, this is exactly what we've been seeing this entire losers bracket, right? Like this is kind of what Lunar does. They get once they get that one vortex, they're so good at converting that momentum into just taking the round. So hard to stop them. Using the mobility, get out of there. Oh, but here comes Cowey. There goes Cowey. Alright, we're back to neutral. Neutral is hard neutral character. I see in the chat. Back dashes, alright, big hits coming in. Cowey finally able to find a touch. Now make it count. DP coming in, super coming out. Nothing else doing. Moon drive on either side, yeah. Don't want to be caught without your protection. Moon drive, keep it safe. No. Cowey going to take a round for themselves now.
Yeah, this is a pretty pivotal game. I mean, if Cowey's gonna be going up 2, considering Lunar just got their first game against them, having to reset the bracket is going to be tough, I'd imagine. But Lunar, very momentum-based player. If they're gonna be going up 2-1 instead, I don't know. That bracket reset is just right around the corner.
Yeah, that bracket reset would be right there, as you're saying. It's almost inevitable. That was an offensive heat indeed. I was not expecting that option. Neither was Lunar.
Oh, the flash off the back throw. That's so weird. It's so prorated. I mean, I guess they already heated, so not gonna be offered for a reset.
Just go for it. Why not? Going to find the fatal counter. Not much doing because the conversion was in the air, but this is a lot of damage. Cowey.
They're dead.
Look. Can finish this, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yo. I need to. What's the so sick Nasha and live reaction right now? Like, I really need to know what is the. Oh my God! Return to room. Return. Could it be?
Do they have another character?
They do. I think Lunar does have another character.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
maybe the timeline to pull it out. I would not be opposed to it. They could just be gathering themselves.
Yeah, sometimes like you just take your time because you can take your time. But I would be surprised.
Right.
Yeah, gonna stick with that Dan.
Bruh. Miyako Arima. I thought we were safe. I thought she was dead.
You're never safe. Never safe.
Lied. You all lied.
They lied.
They lied.
They said she wasn't viable. They told me she was bottom one. Yeah, I want to hear it anymore. I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore. As soon as this is over, I'm sending it to the guy I know that that downplays his character. Regardless of how it ends, it doesn't matter. First place, second place.
God, look the movement. Cowey just really finding these offensive approaches, but Lunar having solid defense, able to find the first significant strike here.
Yep, but here's a backdash, get out of that entire situation. Yeah, going to go ahead and have the presence of mind of BC, not wanting to deal with any kind of RPS from the shield. Maybe Cowey just nasty. Oh, jeez, here we go. That's exactly what they're gonna tell me. Ooh, Lunar. Taking that pretty convincingly.
Yeah, just one of those one hit is all it takes types around there from Lunar. I can't believe that was a clash.
It's the guy, the guy who downplays his character is in the chat right now.
Oh snap.
Here we go though. Lunar trying to take this game, trying to get more of a foothold, has a game to their name, but needs a lot more of those to take the tournament. Trying to reset the bracket. Hey yo, watch your mouth. Don't talk about Akihao that way. Don't talk about my girl that way. Stomp him! Punch, punch. Oh man, is that... Are we on tournament points?
I would say so.
Real? Real?
Cowey. That is free, Cowey. The prophecy.
No way.
Could it be?
You okay? All right. Forget I said anything. Crimson Katana. Forget I said anything. If we're both struggling, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you're right.
Oh my gosh, that's the counter hit starter.
No way.
Not
no
gonna
way.
be able to get the combo. Oh!
Let's go. Bloody?
Shook out of your boots on the bloody with the people's elbow from the top rope. And just like that, Cowey has spiraled the North American meta of Melty Blood Type Lumina out of control with the subconscious assistance, the angel, or maybe the devil on the shoulder. So thick Nash fan calling it a week ago. Cowey gonna be the Heatwave PC champion. Miyako Arima.
just Miyako Arima. Oh man, what? Okay. I mean, all right. So I'm gonna do my due diligence. Congratulations to Cowey, Lunar, Shinigami, and Negareaper. No, not Negareaper. Shinigami and Yusura. Congratulations to the top 4. I think top 3 gets paid out, right?
We usually do top 4 payout around here, actually.
Top 4? Okay, then congratulations to the top 4. And thank you to the chat for hanging out with us. This was awesome. This is awesome. It's
Fantastic. Go for it. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so the Crimson Katana asking who is on the microphone. It is the Ben Hooks. You can catch me on Twitter at Viva Ben Hooks. Usually, you usually find me anime commentary. Typically, I intend to be haunting Kraken Atkins to do this Melty Blood thing every time he has a Melty Blood thing. So, if he blocks me because I annoy him, I'm gonna be sending you guys to message him in my stead. Yes, it is the Ben Hooks. CG knows, celebrity commentator Ben Hooks. Yeah. Anime lover, commentary lover, fighting game lover. Yeah, it's been a pleasure doing this with Kraken Atkins, doing this with all of you, and I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me and etc. That was all I had to say.
Hell yeah, thanks for stopping by, chilling with us, Ben Hooks, for the 3-hour commentary session here for PC Heatwave. Yeah, PS4 Heatwave before. Follow Ben on Twitter, Viva Ben Hooks, at Viva Ben Hooks on Twitter for all your anime commentary needs. He's always welcome on the mic for whatever he wants to do around here. Did DNF for us previously too, so we thank you for that. But yeah, thank you all for pulling up. I said it earlier, I just really want to give a shout out to the community, man. Like the freaking there was a time around like 8 months ago where the PS4 brackets had like 12 people, like the PC brackets had like 20 people, and the viewership was at like 30. To see what Heatwave has turned into just due to the support and really just the community uplifting the game, really uplifting the scene. We're nothing without you, so I just really want to thank everybody that's watching here at twitch.tv/PlusFramesGG. The growth has been a little bit unreal. Exclamation point Matchery in the chat. We still have codes available, so PS4, let me refresh so I can give you guys a little bit of a fair chance before I gaslight you all the way. PC, you use them all, so that's good stuff. PC, all the codes are used. PS4, there's still 7 codes available, so please make sure that those codes get used before the end of the night. Congratulations to the winners. For what we're doing next for Heatwave, I mean, the next one will be September 20. Wait a minute. Pending actually. We'll hit you up when the next one is happening. I know that CEO Taku is coming up, so yeah, we'll probably talk about that and deduce what exactly we're going to be doing when it comes to the next heat wave. But speaking of CEO Taku, I'll be there. Come say hi. I didn't meet enough people at Evo, so I mean, I'm friendly, I think. But yeah, that's all we have. The VOD will be up on YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube, follow us on Twitter for all the tournament updates. Join our Discord community that's growing by the second, and follow us on Twitch. That's really all that I have. Thank you to Ben Hooks, thank you to Paul Lay. Shout outs to y'all, and until next time, take it easy.